Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Southeast of Saline and tonight's 2024 Senior Night, where we honor football, cheer, dance participants and their parents. We'll start off with the football players, and our first senior is Landon Albright. Landon is the son of Jolene Albright and the late Neil Albright. Landon has been a member of Trojan football team for 4 years. Landon is a part of the national qualifying agronomy team that will be competing next week in Indianapolis. Landon plans on majoring in agronomy in college. Our next Trojan is Deacon Bear. Deacon is the son of Shannon Hartman. Deacon is a 4-year member of the Trojan football team and lettered 2 years. Deacon plans on attending Kansas State University for biology and becoming a doctor. Deacon Bear. Next up, it's Trey Droege. Trey is the son of Jill and Chris Droege. Trey is a 4-year member of the Trojan football team. Trey plans on becoming a commercial pilot with a minor in aviation mechanics. Trey Droege. Our next Trojan football player is Kendall Miniman. Kendall is the son of Jamie and Doug Miniman. Kendall is a 3-year member of the Trojan football team and lettered 2 years. Kendall plans on attending Barton Community College to study ag mechanics. Our next Trojan is Ian Nicholson. Ian is the son of Debbie and Troy Nicholson. Ian has played football for the Trojans for 2 years and lettered 1. Ian plans on becoming an HVAC technician. Ian Nicholson. Our next Trojan is Alex Sawyers. Alec is the son of Amber and Tobin Sawyers. Alex is a 3-year member of the Trojan football team and lettered 1 year. Alec Sawyers. Our next Trojan is Tucker Thaxton. Tucker is the son of Tammy and Casey Thaxton. Tucker is a 4-year member of the Trojan football team and lettered each year. In 2023, Tucker was first-team All-NCAA wide receiver and defensive back, first-team All-Non-Senior wide receiver, honorable mention 2A wide receiver, and team captain in 2024. Tucker wants to continue playing football after high school. Tucker Thaxton. Next up, we have Evan Watkins. Evan is the son of Beth and Jeff Watkins. Evan's a 4-year member of the Trojan football team, lettering 3 times. Evan was selected second-team All-NCAA fullback in 2023. Evan is part of the national qualifying agronomy team that will be competing next week in Indianapolis. Evan plans on attending Fort Hays State for 2 years before transferring to pharmacy school. Evan Watkins. Our final football player is Cooper Westoff. Cooper is the son of Lori and Ron Westoff. Cooper's been a part of the Trojan football team for 4 years. He plans on attending Kansas State University and majoring in architecture. Cooper Westoff. This group of Trojan seniors have been part of 4 NCAA league championships, 3 district championships, 3 regional championships, 2 sectional championships, 1 sub-state runner-up, and have an overall record of 38-3. We thank these student athletes for their hard work and dedication. We understand competing is a valuable experience, both athletically and educationally, and we have enjoyed watching you compete the last 4 years. Thank you for the leadership you have shown over the years, all you've done in representing Southeast Saline. We would also like to thank the parents for their passion and support of the Trojans during these last 4 years. Your involvement in the Trojan program is greatly appreciated. Southeast football players, good luck, Trojans. We will now honor our senior cheerleaders and dance team members. Our first senior cheerleader is Josie Leeds. Josie is the daughter of Emily and Tony Leeds. Josie is a 4-year cheer letter winner, 2-time Pennant Forward Award winner, and 2-year captain. Josie plans on cheering in college and getting a business degree and real estate license. Josie Leeds. Our next senior is Micah Willis. Micah is the daughter of Jenna Lee Porter Neal and Mike Willis. Micah participated in volleyball 3 years and cheer 2 years, lettering 1 year. Micah has made district and state choir 1 year and been a part of several SES choir groups that have received ones, regionals, and state. Micah is planning on attending the University of Central Oklahoma to study forensic science and molecular biology and continuing to sing in the choir. Micah Willis. Our senior dancer is Kennedy Stump. Kennedy is the daughter of Kim and Roger Stump. Kennedy has been a part of dance team for 4 years. Kennedy's been awarded All-American in 2024 Spirit Award all 4 years and lettered 4 years. Kennedy plans to become a forensic pathologist and attend either Wichita State or Washburn University, majoring in forensic science with a focus in biology. But Kennedy Stump. The Trojan family would like to thank all these students for their hard work and dedication to cheer and dance programs. Your school spirit is an integral part of the culture here at SES and is added to the excitement of SES events. Thank you, parents, for supporting your daughter's passion through cheer and dance. And let's give those seniors, Josie, Micah, and Kennedy, and their parents, a nice round of applause. Thank you.
overcome also, don't you?
Yeah, you really do, and we're 7 weeks into this, plus 2 weeks that you don't have games, and guys are excited to continue to get to play football.
36-8, you get a victory last Friday night on the road at Hillsboro. And I think maybe just a blanket statement I can make is everybody came away pretty impressed with this Hillsboro team. They had some miscues that really hurt them as far as ball handling and ball security, but I just think this Hillsboro team was pretty good, and I think their schedule kind of shows that as well. When you go through 22-2 are the teams that they've lost to this year and 4 losses. And how'd you think this game went for you guys?
I would agree with you 100% on that. They're a good football team. We watched film on them and felt that way. And I think I say this every year, but Hillsboro's always got athletes somewhere. So when they have athletes, they can make plays. They're nice size up front, and they do a lot of good stuff. And I felt like we had to do some things. I didn't feel like we played as well as we could have, but some of that obviously is because of the team that we were playing. I felt like we made some mistakes and couldn't hang on the football as well as we normally do and things like that. But some of that is just because Hillsboro does a nice job, and their schedule's been tough. You said 22-2, and they played some awful tough teams.
Have you ever seen a 4th and 55?
Never seen a 4th and 55 and then to convert it. Never have.
Yeah. What a tough situation when you look at that play. You go through. There's a loose ball in the end zone. I mean, let's first talk about that. So your guys are going down their full head of steam. They're trying to recover, trying to get a touchdown, and then all of a sudden a great play by the punter, who was also the receiver and defensive back for Hillsboro. He just turns around, quick kicks it with no warning, and you get caught in a bad spot. What a crazy situation that was.
It really was, and I wasn't even watching the end zone. I was watching to see where the ball was punted, so I didn't see the hit. And probably 8 or 10 years ago, that's not even a penalty, because once the ball was loose like that, it was fair game. But they protect guys now more, and it's kind of a question on the official whether they make that call or not. And he felt like it was roughing the punter, and so they ended up getting a first down on a 4th and 55.
How did you think your offense played in this game? Let's first start there on that side of the ball. You guys were able to run about 20 more plays in this game than what Hillsboro ran, 448 yards of total offense. Seemed like you were pretty balanced in this game between the pass and the rush. How do you think the offense did?
And we were balanced, and that's obviously we don't call plays to be that way, but it seems like we do a good job of being balanced most of the time. I never felt like we got into rhythm and things were smooth for us in the game. I felt like we were herky-jerky. I felt like we moved the ball pretty well. But it seems like a lot of times we'd get the ball moving and then something would happen and we'd have a holding call or we'd turn the ball over or whatever and just didn't finish some things. So I guess my analogy is we moved the ball real well, but we just weren't smooth on offense.
It seemed like towards the end of the first half, you guys found something on the stretch plays, specifically on that right-hand side of your offense, where you're able to pitch it out and let Amarion just kind of go out there and find some space and find some creases. He ends up with 107 yards on 18 carries, a couple of touchdowns in there as well. What did you find in later on in that game as you went through towards the halftime?
Well, I feel like we were faster than they were, to be honest. And we felt like we needed to get the ball on the edge and make those bigger guys run to us. We ran that the first time we ran sweep to Amarion, he got about 17 or 18 yards and felt good about that. And so we started trying to get on the perimeter and run it on the outside a little bit more. And we did it several different ways. But, Amarion had a good night running football.
While we're talking about him, we talk an awful lot about the offensive side. That's our tendency, and he's so much fun to watch carrying the football. I want you to talk, though, and tell me about his progression and his improvement playing defense.
He really has. Amarion has done a super job at that, and he's learned what he's supposed to do. That's a tough position to play, and we've had some really good guys in that spot. Amarion throughout the season has just continued to get better. I've been so proud of him, how hard he works at it, and when he's in practice, he realizes he makes mistakes, and we get ourselves in the right spot. And he's done a great job of just continually getting better, and he will continue to do that.
As you said, a couple of mistakes on offense, a couple of turnovers that you were able to overcome, but your defense was just kind of holding everything at shore while you were able to figure that out offensively. Talk about your defense on Friday.
Yeah, except for the 4th and 55 when we get them a first down and then get a PI in the end zone. and then give them a first down on that also. That was the drive that they scored on, actually. So, other than that, and that's not on the defense totally, obviously, but I felt like our defense did a good job. Again, I feel like that's a darn good football team. And, they line up. They're big up front. They got athletes all over the place and everything else. And for our defense to hold them to one touchdown, I felt like they did a really good job. I felt like we were flying around, making tackles. And, again, we've got some guys in different spots than they're used to. And, of course, this is the second or third week we've done that. But so they're getting a little more used to it. But for us to hold them to one touchdown, I feel like our defense did a good job.
Yeah, special teams had that one play there, but I feel like your coverage has been phenomenal this year. And there's been some athletes where other teams where you guys really have been challenged, but boy, the coverage has been really good this year.
Yeah, we really have. We've had one punt or one kickoff return that I felt like we didn't do a good job on that I can think of right now. But other than that, I felt like our special teams did a good job, and even our punt team and our punt return team and those things. I felt like we've done a really good job. The kids that are on those. Have done an outstanding job.
Going into week 7, it's senior night. It's kind of weird to think about that, how fast this season's winding down as we're already halfway through October. Southeast of Saline right now in the football ranks in Class 2A. You're one of 4 undefeated teams in Class 2A. What do you think this football team is at right now as we go into week 7?
I think we've continued to get better, and that's what we want to do. We talk about that all the time, and every Monday when we come in and before we watch film and things like that, we talk about how can we get better this week and what do we need to do and what can we see from the film from the previous week to get better. And obviously we want it. That's our goal, is to get better every single week so that we're playing our best here as we progress through this season. And, I feel like our kids have taken that on as a challenge to do that. And they keep pushing themselves, whether it's in the weight room or out on the practice field or wherever it's at. And, when you got a group of guys that are going to do that, you're going to get better.
How was this week for the lower classes of Southeast of Saline football?
Our JV guys played really well. I didn't say that the first 2 or 3 games that we played,
yeah.
But we got to play everybody against this Hillsboro team, and we didn't have much drop off. I'm really, really proud of how our younger guys have bought into what we're doing, taking the challenge of just trying to get better. And we beat Hillsboro. I think the score was 38-0, but no, it's 42-0. But our younger guys, the freshmen and the sophomores, did an outstanding job in that football game.
You guys had a Sports in Kansas out on campus this week, and one of the guys said, I think it might have been Deacon Bear, I might be wrong on that, but he just said that his leadership, and part of that is helping out the younger kids, making sure the freshmen and sophomores are having good practices, and just, I'm paraphrasing there, but that just struck me about, it's not only the coaching, but it's also just kind of a trickle down from seniors, juniors, on down to the lower classes. How awesome is that to see when you see your older guys that have come up through the ranks, all of a sudden they're taking care of the younger guys too?
Man, that's what makes a good football program. I feel very fortunate over the last 15 years, but that we've had guys that have been good leaders for us that do the right things. And they're 15 to 18-year-old kids, and I'll say most of the time do things right most of the time,
Yeah.
And the younger guys see that and see how successful that they can be when you do things like that, and our kids are good about making sure that the younger guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and man, that just helps the program, and it helps everybody.
You have a Halstead team coming into tonight. They got a big win last week against Ellsworth. What do you think about this Dragons team from Halstead?
Well, that was a huge win for them. Ellsworth hadn't lost yet, and they go in there after Hillsboro had beat them, and they fought whatever that was and got better, and that was a big win for Halstead. So they're big and physical. They may not have as much speed as they did last year, or as much as Hillsboro has, but they're going to be big. They're going to be physical. They're going to get after it, and they're going to play hard. Coach does a great job there, and we've got to be ready for this game. What do you want to see most from your guys tonight? More of the same? We want to continue. We want to do a better job of the football. I don't feel like we did a good job last week. That's a couple games now not in a row, but a couple games this year that I felt like we haven't done as good a job as taking care of the football. But we just got to be smart with the football and make sure we don't put it on the ground on offense and move the chains. We got to keep moving the chains. Defensively, we got to keep playing 111 defense. Everybody rally to the football and make good tackles. And special teams need to be special. We need to make a play on special teams somewhere that can change the game.
Mitch Gebhardt, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys at home tonight for senior night to host Halstead. Coach, best of luck. We'll talk to you at halftime.
All right. Thank you, Devin.
Back with more Southeast of Saline pregame after this on KINA.
In the trenches and on the ground, that's where the game is won. Isaacson Truck Line is a proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truck Line, reminding you to have a safe Friday night on the roads. Wreak havoc, Trojans.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9 in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan sports program.
This has been Countdown to Kickoff. The opening kick is right around the corner.
It's about to get ugly.
Back to the stadium we go for Trojan football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back into Steve Fritz Field on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School, getting ready for week number 7 high school football here. The coin toss going on right now at midfield, and it is Evan Watkins along with Tucker Thaxton. And a really kind of strange number out there right now. Back in action in full pads tonight, we expect to see junior Grady Gebhardt. So it's good to see number 30 out there for the coin toss. Southeast of Saline tonight wearing their purple tops, white pants, that familiar purple helmet with the Trojan mascot on the side. Halstead comes in. The Dragons wearing all white tonight with white helmets and their Halstead logo on the side. My name is Devin Haney along with Russ Kossel. We will bring you action tonight. Big thank you to Nate King, who is up top providing that live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. That is brought to you tonight by the Bank of Tesket, who is not only celebrating a very big milestone in their business history, but also passing along some really great deals to you. And also senior night tonight, where we will talk about 9 different seniors on the Southeast of Saline football team. And senior night is brought to you by our friends at New Image Audio. Speaking of New Image Audio, Russ Kossel, as you weigh the back and forth between the Trojans and the Dragons tonight, what are your New Image Audio keys to success tonight for Southeast?
I think the obvious key is you can't turn the ball over. I mean, you saw it last week against Hillsboro. I don't know if it's the curse of that stadium. Turning the ball over a lot there the last 2 years. You got to hold on to the football. On defense, win on first down. Saw that last week. Hillsboro had 1st and 15 plus multiple times throughout the night. So win on first down on defense, hold on to the ball on offense.
Yeah, and it was the defense that kind of stabled the ship for Southeast of Saline last week against Hillsboro. Even though you had 3 turnovers for Southeast of Saline, the defense generated 4. You still come out a +1. So that was a good job there on a defense that barely gave up 100 yards. Southeast of Saline's offense, even with the turnovers, 450 yards of offense. The last 2 games, this Southeast of Saline offense has put up exactly 1,000 yards of total offense. That is crazy to think about. Matter of fact, for the season, Southeast of Saline at a nice round number of 2,400 yards of offense through the first 6 games. You can do the simple math, averaging 400 yards a game through the first 6 games. Our Game conditions brought to you by the Kniper Agency of Farmers Insurance for this game. It's finally starting to feel like fall. That wind has come in for the first time this season for a varsity football game. 72 degrees here at kickoff. South-southeast wind 15 to 20 miles an hour. It's blowing from right to left as you view live stream video on SalinaPost.com. We should get down to around 64, and that wind will drop off just a little bit, about 5 miles an hour. It'll be blowing 10 to 15 on our way out of the stadium here at Steve Fritz Field when this one is all said and done. Malachi Hopkins has the football. He is ready for the signal from the official. As Southeast of Saline will kick it off to start week number 7 high school football. Glad you could join us here on KINA and also live stream video paired with the radio broadcast on SalinaPost.com. Look at district standings. Coming into tonight, of course, Southeast of Saline has the maximum amount of points at plus 42. They're 2-0 in District 6. Ellsworth in second. They're 1-1 in district play. They are still at a plus 11. Halstead at 1-1. Also, they'll get the head-to-head over Ellsworth if it comes down to that. Points, though, they're 8 points behind. They're a -3. Hillsboro at 1-2. They're a -6. And then Lions bringing up the last spot in District 6. As now the Trojans spread out, and we are just about ready to get this one underway. We will see the Trojan kicking team and anticipate the Trojan defense coming out for the first drive tonight. As Hopkins, with this wind at his back, will put this one into the air. It's a low-line driver. Halstead has trouble getting the football. Now they're going to pick it up at the 7 and blasted back on the return at the 18-yard line is going to be Breeson Bigley. And in there, first one on the tackle, one of the first guys, senior Landon Albright for Southeast of Saline. Halstead comes out. Braxton Creed is the returning starting quarterback. He is a senior, 5'11", 181 pounds. His running back is Joey Millspaw. He'll have a couple of other running backs in there. As long with Millspaw will be Bigley that we just saw in the kick return. Also Brock Odendahl. Keyston Shields, Cohen Corona, Noah Deal also will be playing wide receiver and running back tonight. Under center, Creed hands it off straight up the gut. They'll give it to Reese Carmichael. Carmichael plunges ahead for about 5 yards.
Yeah, Reese Carmichael, just a sophomore, 5'8", 175 pounds, but a big hole right there. Talked about it, got a win on first down. Halstead doing exactly what they needed to do to set up second and short right here.
Carmichael, the third leading rusher coming into this game. He also plays linebacker, one of their main defenders on the defensive side of the ball. About 3 yards straight ahead once again here. We'll make it 3rd down and 2.
And you heard Derek Reset in the pregame where you interviewed him, Devin, and he had a lot of praise for this offensive line and how well they have played all year.
Out to the 28-yard line after 2 carries, 3rd down and 2. Coming up across the front line, Derek Reset loves this front line. It's Justin Burgess, Kurt Faudel, Logan Overton, Connor Herman, and Gage Meyer. They average 245 pounds per player. Here's the turn and the give to Millspaw. He's going to twist and turn his way. Flirts with the 30-yard line, and that will be where the chains are sitting. The referees will eyeball this one, and they will say it's enough for a Halstead Dragon first down. Out to the 30, Halstead moves the chains and keeps this drive alive on 3 consecutive running plays.
Defense for Southeast, Bryson Lippold, Drew Weller, Deacon Bear, Brody Chambers, Kenyon Douglas, Grady Gebhardt starting on the defensive side of the ball. On the sideline as Amarion Hollab is getting the call.
First down and 10 from the 30. Creed turns. He's going to give it on the inside in there. Looks like it's Carmichael once again, and he will break off 2 yards. 3 carries already for Reese Carmichael in this game.
And Drew Weller doing a great job right there coming off his block from that left defensive end spot to plug that A gap and get there to bring up a short gain.
2nd down and 8 from the 32. Creed under center once again. He can throw or run. Right now, though, he seems pretty content with the play calling to just hand this football off. Here's 3 yards now to Millspaw on the little mini end around. And what a perfect start here for Halstead. Keeping the Trojan defense on the field, keeping their offense off the field, and you're just continuing to get about 3 yards a carry on average.
Yeah, you're just chewing up the clock here early in this first drive of the game. And give a little credit there to Bryson Lippold on the corner. He was blocked pretty well by the running back right there. bigly, and he just came off the block to make the tackle.
3rd and 5 from the 35. Halstead needs to get to the 40. Quarterback design run. That's not going to work as Brody Chambers, they're waiting with arms wide open to take him down. Creed didn't have a chance on that one. He will get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe even lost a football, and it's 4th and 5.
And that may be a matchup to watch as this game goes on, is really all three on the defensive line for Southeast, but Brody Chambers in particular. When you line him up at nose guard, their center, Logan Overton, is only 6 foot 184, clearly the smallest lineman they have. So when you line Brody up on him, look out for that.
Creed is in shotgun formation. He is also the punter. This may be quick kick look here on 4th and 6. Let's see what they want to do here. Now Derek Reset on the other side, head coach signaling this is going to be a kick, and they have a Halstead Dragon leave early. That'll cost them 5. Coming out of a stance on the right-hand side is Cohen Corona, the gunner or receiver, depending on what that play call was going to be. That'll move him back now 4th down and 11.
Yeah, I think it was a play call there to try to draw him off sides, and then head coach Derek Reset just gave the kicking signal on the side, and center did not either hear the clap or the call when he went to snap it.
So back to the 29. Now a traditional punt formation. Gannon Jacobson back deep. This is going to be against the wind. It'll hit that wall of wind. Still a pretty good punt, though. It's going to bounce at the southeast of Saline 35 and then die down at the southeast of Saline 29. So Halstead on a punt goes from 29 to 29. Here comes your southeast of Saline offense, engineered by Gannon Jacobson, the junior quarterback, 16 of, excuse me, that's not right. Last week, let's go to this one. 17 of 30, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have the 3 interceptions. 59 carries on the year, 543 yards and 5 touchdowns. With him in front will be the offensive line of Ian Nicholson, Deacon Bear, Drew Weller, Brody Chambers, and Kendall Miniman. Malachi Hopkins, a receiver, along with Caden Berrigan, Evan Watkins, Tucker Thaxton, Amarion Hollub, Kenyon Douglas, and Grady Gebhart will all see action at the skill spots tonight. Here's a stretch out to Amarion Hollub, and he is chopped down at the 25-yard line. First offensive play for southeast of Saline is a run for a loss of 4.
Yeah, that looked like that might have been Carmichael coming over, making that tackle, but stretching that way out. The Halstead defense doing a good job of stretching Amarion as far as he could go on the sideline, then making the tackle.
Reese Carmichael leads this defense in tackles as a sophomore linebacker. Here's Jacobson rolling out to the left. Pump fake. Now he wants to go down the field. It's Thaxton who will get his feet in at about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and I don't know that pump fake was planned. Thaxton was out in the flat, then started to turn upfield with a lack of defense. Jacobson kind of swallowed it just right at the right time, was able to get it out. Now a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and possibly could have got that one out when he did the pump fake because Thaxton had plenty of room over here to run. Now you got 3rd and 1.
Thaxton had 90 yards receiving and a touchdown last week at Hillsboro. From the 38, Jacobson, design keeper. He's going to stretch it out after putting his toe inside a couple of times, and he will end up getting the 1st down. To the 40, that's all he needed, 2 yards. Move the chain, southeast of Saline. Gannon Jacobson on a 2-yard keeper.
Fortunately, he was on the sideline because Joey Millspaw came up and ripped that football out, but he was there on the sideline, got just enough for the 1st down.
1st down and 10 from the 40, southeast of Saline, approaching midfield, heavy on the right-hand side. Jacobson will roll out that way, looking. Now he's going to be chased. He's hit, but he gets away. Here comes Jacobson, back the other way, across the line of scrimmage, little head and shoulder shake and bake, and he's going to be dragged out of bounds for a gain of 7. Nice little misdirection there by Gannon Jacobson as he was able to reverse field and end up getting, they're going to say 8 yards now on that carry.
Yeah, and a very hard hit to the ground as Carmichael once again coming over to make that tackle. Gannon came down pretty hard right there, bouncing off the field, but he gets right back up and goes back to controlling this offense.
2nd down and 2. Jacobson out to the left-hand side. Hopkins with it, brushes off a defender. Now he surges ahead, flirts with the 40, and they're going to spot him at the 41-yard line. Nice little play there by Malachi Hopkins.
Yeah, good run after catch right there for Malachi. Made a move on the defender on the near side of the ball. And one thing I do maybe you want to like to see him do, he tried to run. That ball was way outside of his frame. Keep that baby tucked inside tight to your arms.
That was a gain of 10. Here's Hollub stretching it out to the right-hand side. We saw this a lot last week against Hillsboro, and he will plunge ahead to the 40-yard line.
So far, for Southeast doing those couple stretch plays there, really nothing going. Halstead, obviously watching a lot of film. Southeast likes to use their speed and get to the corner, but so far, for Halstead. Pretty good job on those outside stretch plays.
Halstead is big up front, no doubt about that. They average about 240 pounds per person on their defensive line. Here's Jacobson, wants to unleash it down the left-hand side. Hopkins battling with a defensive back, and this one goes over his head, and it's not catchable.
Yeah, and Gannon put that one perfectly, right where it needed to go. Malachi kind of stopped on the route a little bit at about the 20-yard line to turn around and look back. And if he keeps running on that, Gannon drops that thing right in his breadbasket. So tough break right there to bring up 3rd and long now for Southeast.
3rd down and 8 at the 40-yard line. Jacobson trying to drive deeper into Halstead territory. Fakes it to Amarion Hollub, and he is not going to go anywhere on this. Maybe got a yard and maybe a half a yard, if even that. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to not even move the stick, so no gain right there. Now 4th down. Maybe look to see a little bit of that rollout action. Gannon does a great job rolling out to his offside on the left side of the field.
4th down and 8. Jacobson now rolling out to the left, has a couple of layers of receivers, throws it up top for Tucker Thaxton, who brings it down and steps out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and Tucker Thaxton doing Tucker Thaxton things.
And exactly what you call roll out to the left, get your guy right on the sideline. The chemistry that these two have really throughout this whole year has been second to none. So a good job by the offensive line to allow Gannon enough time to get outside the pocket, put it up where Tucker's the only one that can bring it down.
1st down and 10. Football sitting at the 29-yard line. Driving it deeper into Dragon territory. Southeast of Saline on their first offensive possession. Here's Jacobson going deep. It's picked off at the 10. Had Tucker Thaxton down the field. Thaxton was headed to the end zone. That ball about 10 yards short, and it's an interception for Noah Deal on Deal's season. That is his 3rd interception of the year.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a little miscommunication. Like you said, Gannon maybe expected the receiver to go out. Both went in. So put a drive together. You start at your own 29-yard line, and you get it to Halstead's 29, and 1st down turnovers are going to hurt you as you get deeper in the year. You can't go turning the ball over like that.
That will even Southeast of Saline in turnover margin for the season. They have turned the ball over as many times as they have taken away a turnover from the other team. Here's Carmichael straight up the middle, and I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of Reese Carmichael tonight on that carry. He was able to get 10 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, tackled by Tiernan Potocik now in there. Safety Gannon's over here on the sideline. And I still don't think he was right after that hit on that 1st down run out of bounds. So you're going to get an early look at Tiernan Potocik back at the safety position.
Getting a look here, Gannon Jacobson is from the Salina Regional Sports Medicine Trainers. 1st down and 10 for Halstead. Trying to run from the outside in once again. This is the quarterback, Braxton Creed, on the play, and that is blown up, and he is going to lose a yard.
Yeah, blown up's an understatement. Bryson Lippold came in unblocked and just lifted him right off his feet, took him straight down into the ground. So winning on 1st down right there, important. Now you got 2nd and 11. You got to watch now. Halstead has not shown any signs to throw the ball, but now with Jacobson on the sideline and a new safety in there, you got to be aware of that situation.
2nd down and 11. Back inside the 25 to the 23. Creed wants to throw, has a guy on the left-hand side. It's going to be caught, but then immediately hit. Creed had his receiver out there on the edge. It was Joey Millspaw again, and that is going to be a quick about 7 yards on that completion of Millspaw.
Yeah, you almost wonder if a linebacker or somebody missed their assignment there, kind of dropping back in the zone, and Millspaw just found the soft spot, and Creed was able to find him wide open on the sideline.
10th reception on the year for Millspaw. He has 182 yards and a touchdown coming into tonight. Here's the sweep, quarterback style. Creed has it, and he's going to pile ahead across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play and a 1st down for Braxton Creed, the quarterback.
Yeah, and we tick under 4 minutes here to go in the 1st quarter, and I think right now in this 1st quarter, the offensive line for Halstead, you can see why Derek Reset was so high praised to these young men. They're doing a phenomenal job up front of winning the line of scrimmage.
3:45 left to go here, 1st quarter, still scoreless. Southeast has had 1 possession. Halstead working on their 2nd. 1st down and 10 from the 39 for Halstead. Pitch out, left-hand side, trying to run the sweep that way. They're going to cut it back up and in and get 7 yards on the play. Breeson Bigley, the big senior, 5'11", 175 on the sweep.
But he only come into this game with 14 carries and 42 yards and 1 touchdown, but he looked very impressive out there on the edge. It looked like maybe Malachi Hopkins come up to take the tackle, and that was a car wreck over there at about the 45-yard line.
Football sitting on the 45. We're at 2nd down and 4 for the Halstead Dragons. They approach midfield here. Play clock down to 10. They spent a lot of time in the huddle. Creed now barking out signals across the line. Play clock down to 4. They're going to snap it here. Millspaw has it, has a first down. He crosses across the midfield stripe. And for the first time tonight, Halstead is in southeast of Saline territory at the 48. It was a gain that time of 7 yards on the carry for Joey Millspaw.
And the bend don't break attitude comes into play here. We've seen Southeast give up, 15, 16 play drives, and where other teams drive all the way down the field and you're able to keep them out of the end zone. Hillsboro with that 4th and 55 last week roughing the kicker, that drive was 17 plays and they got a touchdown off of it.
Approaching the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Halstead with a new set of downs at the Trojan 48. 2 backs in the backfield, I formation. They give it to the second one through, and that is going to be a gain of about 3 yards. Brock Odendahl on the carry that time for 3.
Yeah, just really sharing the wealth on these first 2 drives to everybody on Halstead. Five different players have carried the ball for this Halstead team.
Clock now inside, 2 minutes left to go, opening quarter. Senior night here, presented by New Image Audio on the campus of southeast of Saline. 2nd out. 2nd and 7. A receiver on each side. They've been playing pretty tight other than that as they go back to Reese Carmichael, and he will plunge ahead to the 42-yard line on a gain of 3.
Drew Weller able to come in from that left defensive end spot and make that tackle look like Killian Vaughn was there as well. It's easy to pick Killian out with that big club he's got on his hand.
Didn't seem to slow him down last week at all. He did have a ball that went off of that hand, ended up getting intercepted by the southeast of Saline defense. 3rd down and 4, big down here early on in this game for this southeast of Saline defense.
Even better news on the sideline. Gannon's got his helmet back on. Looks like he's ready to check back into the game as now Grady Gebhardt's working his way over there, maybe trying to get in as well.
3rd and 4 from the 42. Here's a little pitch coming around, and it's going to be Millspaw. He'll have the first down and then be escorted out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And that is a gain of 12. The Halstead crowd across the way having something to cheer about as that goes down as another completed pass for the Dragons.
Yeah, Breeson Bigley probably had the key block right there on the outside on Thaxton. Able to turn him inside, and Millspaw was able to get on the outside edge. Is now Grady Gebhardt getting his first action of the game at linebacker.
Gebhardt into the game. He's going to fill it in the middle there along with Killian Vaughn. Those two both missed at least 2 games. Gebhardt back in there for the first time since halftime of week 3 against Beloit on defense. He went out in the middle of the 2nd quarter. And automatically, right away, in on the tackle. Yeah, Carmichael went ahead to the 28-yard line on a gain of 2.
Update to Bennington State Bank scoreboard in the first quarter is not even over yet. Saline's up 24-0.
It'll be a short night for the Cardinals.
Be a short night over there.
2nd down and 8. Inside the 30 at the 28-yard line is Halstead. Millspaw in motion, sets up in the backfield, I formation. He'll get the handoff inside of the 25-yard line down to the 23 on a gain of 5.
And I think Devon's had their best success just out of that normal power I formation. Just line up, let the fullback lead the way for you, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Quick first quarter. Most of it was controlled by the Halstead Dragons as we are at the end of one. 0-0 is our scores. We are off and running here at southeast of Saline on senior night, presented by New Image Audio. You're listening on KINA and watching live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com, presented by the Bank of Tuscan.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it
when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway
in Salina.
Hey Trojans fans, this is Angela Gephardt, proud wife of Southeast Saline head coach Mitch Gephardt. Just like the Trojans strive for excellence on the field, the Bank of Tesket goes the extra mile to offer top-notch checking accounts that fit your style. Whether you're managing your day-to-day expenses or planning for the future, our checking accounts are easy, convenient, and tailored for you. Plus, with your local roots and friendly service, we're here to support you every step of the way. Go Trojans!
Bank of Tesket, member FDIC.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Back here, Steve Fritz Field on the campus of SES. We are still scoreless. Time of possession right now being controlled by the Halstead Dragons, as they have driven it now down into southeast of Saline territory. Big third down, and southeast of Saline's defense there to stand tall at the 23-yard line. A minimal gain there for the Halstead Dragons, as Brody Chambers there to make the tackle.
Yeah, Brody filling the hole right there, and just a brick wall, another car crash, a lot big hits going on early in this game, as we assumed it was going to be probably one of the most physical football games that Southeast has seen this year.
Halstead does have a very good kicker with the wind at their back. They elect to look and go for it here. Two wingbacks. Creed in the shotgun. Takes the snap, wants to roll to the left-hand side. It's a naked bootleg. He's going to string it out. He is hit, and a flag coming in. Braxton Creed, the quarterback, did have first down yardage as he surged ahead to the 15, but they're going to throw a flag, and it's on the Dragons.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a block in the back out here on the outside, as Malachi, it might have been Malachi Hopkins there, was trying to come off and make a play, and as soon as he turned to run the other direction, he just got shoved from behind. So now this changes everything right here for Halstead. It really doesn't hurt them that much. It's only going to be about a 5-yard penalty here, maybe less than that based on where the spot of the football was. So still fourth and manageable here for Halstead.
Backs them up to the 25, 4th and 5. They need to get inside of the 20 for a first down. It is 4th down. And again, a long time waiting on a play. Quarterback Braxton Creed still sitting over with his coach Derek Reset. And they're going to take this clock all the way down, most likely call a timeout here. And Halstead will burn a timeout. We will take it a while. We'll step aside and see what Halstead has on tap for a 4th down play when we come back here on KINA.
At Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our Sports Medicine Walk-In Clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
NCAA League champion cross-country coach Wade Castleman will join us here at halftime. Just saw him. He'll come up for a short conversation. We'll also talk to Carrie Boley about an upcoming musical that is going on. Very timely for this time of year in October, The Addams Family. That's all coming up at halftime on the Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories Halftime Report. A lot of time here in the huddle for Halstead. As I said, they do have a kicker. He is very good, 2 of 3 on this season. Carlos Martinez, as long as 33 yards. Don't know that they'll see fit to kick it from here. It would be about a 42-yarder, excuse me. And they are going to keep the offense on the field here for a 4th down and 5 from the southeast of Saline 25-yard line. Heavy on slot backs, also in the shotgun formation. Millspaw goes in motion. Creed has it, wants to throw it over the middle, and it's dropped right off the right shoulder of his intended receiver that time, Cohen Corona, and it is incomplete. Southeast of Saline will take over after Halstead has a turnover on downs.
And if you're Halstead, you got exactly what you wanted right there. Cohen Corona running a very good route, about 4 yards, plant that right foot, get upfield. Creed hit him right in stride, and it just hit him in a bad spot right between the numbers, and pops out. Now Southeast, just their 2nd drive of the game here.
So a turnover on downs at the 25-yard line. Here comes Grady Gebhardt for the first time. Boy, he's got some energy, and here he goes. 35-40, 45-50 across midfield, and finally tripped up as he goes all the way down to the Halstead 30-yard line. A surge of energy from Grady Gebhardt, who's been pinned up for the last few weeks.
Welcome back, Grady Gebhardt. That was absolutely set up. He saw nothing in the middle, bounced it outside, and the only guy that was going to catch him was the guy who tackled him, or maybe head coach Mitch Gebhardt chasing him down the sideline.
We're already back, ready to go. Pitch out Gebhardt, left-hand side. He's searching for space, has to cut it back. Not much there, but he's still going to get 3 yards.
Yeah, the big play, explosive play that we're accustomed to seeing from this Southeast offense. Took a little bit, but they were able to get that big play here, 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. And I think more importantly, Grady looked 100% running the ball down the field.
2nd down and 8. Ball setting inside of the 30. Here's Jacobson. Now he's going to keep it, trying to stretch it to the right-hand side at the 25. Takes on a Dragon, and he drives him out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Gannon Jacobson able to get 4 yards. 3rd down coming up.
And Breeson Bigley had to come from off of a block that Caden Berrigan had. And Caden outmatched in size out there, but got him just long enough to where Gannon could get around and get positive yards.
Jacobson in the pistol, Gebhardt behind him. 3rd down and 6. Inside handoff, Gebhardt into the second level. Spins, turns, and he's dropped down at the 11-yard line. It's another gain of 12 for Grady Gebhardt.
And now the first play coming up in the Can Equip Red Zone, brought to you by Case IH. First play tonight, so we'll see if Southeast, now you got to capitalize when you get in the red zone if they can punch this thing in for 6.
First trip for either team in the red zone here. It sits down at the 12-yard line. First down as Gebhardt able to convert the 3rd down behind that offensive line. Jacobson will move Gebhardt this time, left hip. 1st down and 10 from the 12. They'll sneak it inside to Kenyon Douglas. Douglas plants that foot, cuts it back up inside, and he is into the end zone. Kenyon Douglas made quick work of that dozen yards coming from the 12 all the way into the end zone, and Southeast of Saline quickly down the field, able to score on a 5-play drive.
Yeah, and set up well by 2 key blocks on the outside from Bryson Lippold and Tucker Thaxton. Canyon read it great, planted that foot in the ground, and goes up.
2-point conversion coming up. Tucker Thaxton has it. He has to plant his foot, get around a Dragon, and he's going to be taken down on the far sideline. So Kenyon Douglas puts 6 on the board for Southeast of Saline, and we have our first points of the night. 9:04 left to go. Southeast of Saline gets an injection of energy from Grady Gebhardt on offense. Trojans lead at 6-0 on KINA.
Experts in precision passes and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
5 plays, 75 yards. Didn't take long at all for Southeast of Saline to take it down the field, and Grady Gebhardt had the key play of that drive on his first carry back since week number 3. He had a carry in the Kingman game. Remember, first offensive play of the game, but then he promptly went out of the game of that. And Grady with a 47-yard sprint to have his first carry here in week number 7, and that propels his team down to the end zone. Drive capped off by Kenyon Douglas, who was able to run it in from 12 yards away.
But once again, set up by that bend, don't break attitude of the defense. Halstead drives all the way down. You stop them, turn over on downs, and your offense goes right down the field.
Malachi Hopkins puts this one in the air. It's going to be taken at the 23. Halstead trying to return it here, and they're going to come back to about the 37-yard line on the return. With the return that time was Noah Deal. Deal was the one that kept Gebhardt from running 75 yards for a touchdown, as he was able to chase him down from his free safety spot on that long carry by Grady Gebhardt.
Evan Watkins with the tackle right there, and it was possibly a touchdown-saving tackle, as we've seen the speed from that young man already, and Evan was able to get him just at the shoelaces for Halstead's 3rd drive of the game.
From the 38, 1st down and 10 for the Dragons. Boy, a disappointing end to their last drive. Now Creed trying to get away from a host of Trojans, and he's going to do an awful lot of work to generate 2 yards. Taken down by a bunch of Southeast of Saline defenders at the 40.
Yeah, he did a lot of work to get 2 yards, but he did a lot of work to not lose 8 to 10 yards on that play, as it was broken up early by the defensive line. Drew Weller coming in first off through there, but Creed did a great job of getting positive yards out of that play.
2nd down and 8. Ball sitting at the 40-yard line. Halstead trying to assemble a nice drive here once again. They've been good so far. They just haven't been able to capitalize as they go back to Millspaw. He'll be dropped down at the 45 after a gain of 5. 5 carries, 22 yards so far for Joey Millspaw.
Yeah, yards going to be tough tonight for Halstead. They're a lot in the A gap, B gap, right inside the tackle, staying inside the hashes really this whole game. So you got to stand up if you're that linebacking core for Southeast.
At the 46, 3rd down and a short 3. 2 receivers on the right-hand side. They hand it off on the inside. Looks like this is Carmichael, and he will get those 3 yards and help move the chains for a Halstead first down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get just enough there, maybe by a whole half yard. Good job by Carmichael keeping those legs turning. He was met at the line of scrimmage by Drew Weller, Deacon Baird. Just kept those legs turning and got that extra yard and a half that he needed to get first down.
First down and 10 from the 48 as Halstead approaches midfield. Single back, 2 receivers and or slot backs on each side. Here's a slant pattern. It's going to be caught and taken to about the 36 and then dropped there immediately is Cohen Corona.
Yeah, now you got a late flag coming in.
Yeah, the ending to that play was not socially polite, probably.
Yeah, and this is going to be after the play. So if it is on Halstead, which it looks like they're going to walk it off back, personal foul on Halstead. So it'll still be first down, but it'll be 15 yards from where the run ended. So they'll still have first down. Granted, they gained about 15 yards on that play, so it's going to be spotted pretty close back to the line of scrimmage of where they were at.
Yep. Got 12 yards on the play.
Right at the first down. The sticks didn't even have to move.
Yep. Funny how that works.
It's almost like a redo. Let's try again here.
Only you lose the yards that you just got.
Yeah.
Mitch Gebhardt talking to one of the officials over here on the sideline. May have a few questions about that. First down and 10. Comes a guy in motion. They're going to hand it off inside to Carmichael, and like he's done all night long, he runs into the first would-be tackler, bounces off, and keeps churning. 5 yards on that play for Reese Carmichael.
Yeah, Killian Vaughn looked like he came in at the shoelaces and was able to wrap him up, and then he broke the tackle and got up. But that was set to be a gain of about 1 or 2, and Killian just unable to wrap up and bring the running back down right there.
2nd down and 5. They've moved back into southeast of Saline territory. Halstead now has it at the southeast 47. Here's Millspaw in motion going to the outside. They go back inside, though, to Carmichael, and he's going to run his way to the 40-yard line on a gain of 7. Already 10 carries for Reese Carmichael. The sophomore now has 40 yards.
Yeah, and he is a very, very physical runner, gets his pad level low, and I like what I'm seeing out of Carmichael right now, just running, and they're running him right up the gut, right at you. If you can stop us, stop us, and right now Southeast has been unable to do that.
First down and 10. Football sitting at the 40-yard line. A couple of misdirection plays once again. And it's going to go to Millspaw, who will get a gain of 5 to the 35.
Bryson Lippold with the tackle right there, but not winning on first down right now. Halstead just kind of doing whatever they want, driving down the field, but yet more importantly, they still have no points to show for it. But I think if you're Southeast, you got to make some adjustments, maybe bring a linebacker up, stack the box a little bit to try to prevent them 5- and 7-yard gains up the middle.
Inside of 6 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. 2nd down and 4. Football setting at the 35-yard line. The fake to handoff. Now they're running the option, stretching it out to the left-hand side. Here's the pitch by Creed, and it's going to come all the way to the outside to Bigley, and Bigley will have enough yardage for the first down.
Good triple option. Sorry, Devin.
Go ahead. They're going to spot him here, Russ, at the 28.
Yeah, good triple option play right there. Creed holding on to that one as long as he could in Carmichael's belly, and then pulled it out and read the defensive back that was coming over unblocked by design for Halstead and just got it out to Bigley, and he did what he had to do to get to the outside and get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28. Halstead continues to march here. They have a new set of downs. Creed under center. He's going to turn, give it to Millspaw. Nice little jump cut to the outside. And Millspaw is going to move this football inside of the 25-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
And these running backs for Halstead, we've seen five different guys carry the ball tonight, and all of them just hit the hole hard. That was a very good jump cut right there by Millspaw to get to that outside to get 3 yards on the play.
From the 25, 2nd down. And about 7, and here is a train wreck. Holy cow. A couple of them, honestly, Creed, after he was able to execute the fake and pitch it, had to pay the piper in Brody Chambers, and then the carry that went to the left went nowhere for Halstead. They end up losing a yard back to the 25.
Yeah, that impact on the tackle was led by Killian Vaughn, and then Grady Gebhardt came over and helped finish him off. But that play was set up real good by Halstead, and they had a shot there. He just had to break one tackle, and it was an absolute collision there at the 25-yard line.
3rd down and 6 for the Dragons. A couple of Southeast supporters up, clapping their hands. Here's the fake left. Creed will take it back to the right, has some room, sniffing the 20-yard line, and he is going to be stacked up a couple of yards short of the first down. It'll be 4th and short coming up here for Halstead.
Brody Chambers making a great tackle right there to prevent. Creed broke one tackle and then tried to get the first down, and now you got 4th down once again here for Southeast deep in their own territory.
2 people standing up for Southeast of Saline in the crowd right now. 4th down and 2. Halstead a long stare. Coach Reset might burn a timeout here. He did earlier. Now Creed back under center. Here's some motion. They're going to run it to Carmichael, and he's hit right away. Coming in, making that play is Grady Gebhardt, and he's going to force Halstead off the field once again. Halstead down the field, flirting with the red zone, but unable to make things happen as Gebhardt is there with a spearing tackle for Southeast defense.
And I said it on offense, welcome back Grady, and that's exactly right. He came in and filled that hole, and textbook open field tackle at about the same spot as where Halstead turned it over on downs on the last drive.
So Southeast will get the ball back here. They have all their timeouts. 3:37 left to go in the second as they take over here at their own 21-yard line. We'll call it the 20, actually. Carry right up the gut, and a pinball of Amarion Hollup takes it to the 35 on a gain of 5. That's his longest carry of the night so far in just 3 carries. Out to the 25. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Gebhardt back into the game, as now he and Amarion Hollup sharing carries. Pistol formation, Gebhardt directly behind Jacobson. Will take the handoff, starts out right, spins, comes back to the middle, and will be tripped up after gaining 1 yard. 4 carries, 63 yards so far for Grady Gebhardt. 3rd down and 4. Southeast at their own 26. Big down here to save some field position and keep this drive going. 3rd and 4. Everybody out of their stance, looking over to the sideline here for Southeast of Saline. 2 wide receivers on the left. Also slot back Evan Watkins. Jacobson wants to throw away from that. Goes to Caden Berrigan, and he has it at the 32-yard line. It'll be a first down for Southeast of Saline. It's a gain of 6 as Jacobson fires a pass out to Caden Berrigan for a first down. That's his first catch of the night.
Yeah, good job right there by Caden to get that, just knowing where you're at, to get that first down.
First down for Southeast of Salina at their own 32-yard line. Jacobson empty backfield. Looking down the sideline. Had Thaxton on a deep route, but he's under pressure. Jacobson has to tuck it and get away. 35-40, back to the 45, and a gain of 13 as Gannon Jacobson put on a move that was able to get him out in free space and make it all the way out to the 45-yard line.
and did what he had to do right there. You're right, he had Thaxton streaming down the sideline, kind of came open late, but Gannon not seeing anything and put on a great move at the line of scrimmage to bring up first down.
1:49 left to go here, second quarter, as we're working our way to halftime. Here's the end-around carry. Gebhardt plants it, gets upfield, 50. Now flirting with the 45, but he's brought down as he crosses the 50-yard line at about the 44. It's a gain of 9 for Grady Gebhardt. Call it 8 now, 3rd and 2, as they spotted him at the 48. Jacobson wants to throw. That ball ready to go. Now it drops as he takes off. He's looking for the sideline. He's going to step out of bounds at the 40 after taking a gain of 8.
And he wanted over here, I think he wanted Gebhardt. Berrigan kind of cleared it out. Gebhardt kind of came open right outside the hashes, but it would have been a tough throw. So Gannon doing a good job just tucking that thing down, knowing where to get for the first down.
1:19 to go. That'll stop the clock. Southeast of Saline with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Killian Vaughn playing center right now for Southeast of Saline. 1st and 10 at the Halstead 40-yard line. Jacobson takes a snap, starts to roll out left, comes back on the throwback to Gebhardt. Gebhardt at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, a dragon to beat, and he will not be able to get there. Grady Gebhardt knocks down the pylon as he's on his way to the end zone, and a receiving touchdown for Grady Gebhardt.
And that was set up very well at the start, but there was one guy that was 25, 30 yards down the field, being Kendall Miniman, with a great clearing out block at about the 15-yard line to allow Grady to beat his defender to the end zone.
A textbook drive by Southeast of Saline. They score with 1:08 left to go. Now a 2-point conversion. Little pitch inside. It's a fake pitch inside, sorry, and it was so good it got everybody, including me, and Gannon Jacobson will take it in. So they get 2 points back after they missed their first point after touchdown with 1:08 left to go here in the second quarter. 14-0, Southeast of Saline here on KINA.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Boy, what a drive by Southeast of Saline, able to stop Halstead on the doorstep of the red zone once again, and then take it down the field and able to get that into the end zone. About an 80-yard drive that time for Southeast of Saline, and it didn't take long at all, about 2 minutes, as they were able to go down the field and put up 8 points and extend that lead out to 14-0.
And a big score there, Devin, because Southeast will get the ball to start the second half. So if your defense can come up with a stop right here, or, you know, maybe great and get a turnover, well, this could be a big swing of momentum right here for Southeast.
Southeast ready to kick it away here. Hopkins with his hand in the air, ready to kick it into the wind. It just doesn't really want to seem to die tonight. It's going to be taken by Millspaw, who is pinballed around, and then he is dropped down by Evan Watkins at the 32-yard line.
First guy there, Tieran Potachik, actually stopping that play coming up from the bottom. He did a good job of getting off a block. Now if you're defense, you got to sit back, keep doing what you're doing. With 1:04 left, Halstead only having 2 timeouts after burning one early on in the second quarter.
For Grady Gebhardt on that last scoring play, that's his first receiving touchdown of the year. First down and 10. Now for the Dragons, as they start out here at their own 31-yard line. 2 timeouts left here for Coach Derek Reset, and a flag will fly from the far sideline. It looks like they will back Halstead up 5 yards. Now they will reset back to the 27 on a 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that might have been the far receiver or the back out of the backfield. Carmichael kind of got leaning forward and couldn't stop his momentum.
14-0 our score, 1:02 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll have comments from head coach Mitch Gebhardt before he goes into the locker room at halftime. Then when we come back after our first break, we'll talk to Wade Castleman and also Kerry Boley about the upcoming Addams Family musical here on the campus of SES. First down and 15. Millspaw goes in motion. Creed wants to roll out that way. Has Carmichael as a blocker, and Creed's going to stick his face in the pile that time and end up getting about 3 yards.
Very lucky. Deacon Bear came in late and tried to rip that ball out, and it started to move right there. Mitch Gebhardt's going to use a timeout right here.
So Gebhardt trying to see what the Southeast of Saline defense can maybe manufacture here, as after the penalty, Halstead in a bad spot as far as down and distance, trying to get that football back here as Southeast of Saline. I want to remind you, Bank of Tesket is celebrating a century of service, and they want you to join them for 100 years of Berkeley banking. It's a century of dedication, trust, and service to the community, and they are very excited to mark this milestone with special events all next week. See the Bank of Tesket on Facebook or their website for more information and some serious specials you can get in on and help grow your money. Bank of Tesket helping out here, presenting the live stream video and the game here tonight, Southeast of Saline and Halstead. Other games tonight on the Salina Post Sports Network, Beloit and Ellsworth. Not a district game, but a league game, but a league game in the NCAA. Also, Sacred Heart at Harrington tonight, with live stream video of those two games along with this one. You can see those games anytime you want on demand on Salina Post YouTube page. Second down and 13 here. Football sitting at the 29-yard line after the 2-yard gain by Creed on that keeper. Last time out belonged to Southeast of Saline. Here's Creed, inside handoff coming around, and it's going to be a stretch play. Coming to the outside of the 39-yard line on the carry that time was Breeson Bigley. So he will get to the 39. Nice little gain of 12 that time by Breeson Bigley, and Southeast of Saline continues with their strategy of trying to get Halstead's offense off the field here, Russ. It's 3rd down and 3 for Halstead, and Mitch Gebhardt calls another timeout.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit surprised on my end, but not totally. Your defense has really, played well throughout the year in these short situations. We've already seen them stop them on 4th and about 2 yards. So now you got third and 3 coming up here, and you still got that other timeout. If you can get them stopped here on 3rd down and call a timeout and still roughly have, 30-ish seconds to go, and we've seen how fast that this Southeast team can put points on the board.
3rd and 3 will be the down and distance for the Halstead Dragons here, as they are not in terrible field position, really. They're approaching midfield here. The line of scrimmage is at their own 39-yard line, so they need to get to the 42 to keep this drive alive. Of course, Southeast of Saline will be there to see if they can turn them over and get the ball back. Southeast threw an interception on their first drive tonight, but since then have come back and they have been able to score on drives 2 and 3.
They switched it up a little bit here and moved Brody Chambers at the nose tackle position on this play.
Okay, 3rd down and 3. See if Halstead tries to test the middle of the Southeast defense. They do not. They want to pass. Creed back to pass. Looking down the middle of the field. Has a guy. It's Millspaw. And Millspaw will take the football down to the 45-yard line. Now Halstead will turn the tables, and they will call a timeout. We will take it as well. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Back with the conclusion of the first half. It's Trojan Football on KINA.
Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maid strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Back here on the campus of Southeast of Saline. 45-yard line is the spot that Halstead has the football now. Southeast called a couple of timeouts. And now Southeast on the defensive here with 28 seconds left to go. Halstead has 1 timeout remaining, as they are into Southeast of Saline territory at the 45-yard line.
don't know if I'm going to be allowed to come down here anymore. Doug Miniman came over and said, every time you come down here, the end of the first half seems to drag on.
Oh, boy. Halstead going heavy to the left. Creed wants to roll away from that. He's going to go down the middle of the field. Has a guy, but he overthrew him. Down the middle of the field, Noah Deal got away from the Southeast of Saline defense, but Braxton Creed threw one too high and too hot. And that's only the second incompletion by Braxton Creed tonight. He's 4 out of 6, but that one could have been one he wants back.
Yeah, and the wind maybe played a little factor in that one getting down there, but if you're these defensive backs for Southeast, you have to keep everything in front of you. Only 22 seconds left. You absolutely cannot give up a big play deep down the field, just like Halstead had drawn up right there.
That one took 5.5 seconds off the clock, down to 22.7. Second down and 10 again from the 45. One running back in the backfield. They go heavy left again. Creed wants to throw that way. It's to Bigley, and he is arrested right away by Kenyon Douglas at the 40-yard line. That goes for just 5 yards, and Halstead has to take their final timeout. So Breeson Bigley makes his first catch of the game. Halstead now, quarterback Braxton Creed, 5 of 7 throwing the football, and it rests right now on the 40-yard line where it's 3rd down and 5, 13 seconds left to go, and Halstead is out of timeouts.
I think you got to keep it in front of you, and if you, at all costs, try to keep them in bounds so this clock can stay running so you can get out of here at halftime with a 14-0 lead. And real impressed, Devin, with Halstead on the offensive side of the ball. Just running, kind of driving all the way down the field. Granted, they don't have no points to show for it, but just wearing out this Southeast defense.
Take a check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard coming up at halftime as well. There was a big one tonight between Axtell and Hanover, one of the 2 best small football schools in the state. And after the first quarter, Axtell leading Hanover 14-6. El Saline up 38-0 over Gossel. Kind of expected that. Abilene over El Dorado at the end of one, 7-0. Wamego leads Clay Center. That's a good one in the NCKL, 7-0 right now, Red Raiders. We'll check more scores for you at the half on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. 3rd down and 5 from the 40. Halstead, see if they can air one out here. They have the wind at the back. Little pump fake. They're going to drop back and throw this one up down the left-hand side, and it's going to be caught and dropped. Oh, no. Halstead had a touchdown as Noah Deal once again got behind the coverage of this Southeast of Saline defense. Creed put it on him, but that ball came out in the end zone incomplete.
And that is 2 beautifully thrown balls by Creed. This one obviously should have been caught, but if you're Southeast, like I said, you can't let anything behind you. I'm not quite sure why Southeast would play press coverage up here at the line of scrimmage, knowing that Halstead has no timeouts, but 4th down right here for Halstead.
Last play, probably 4th down, 5.4 seconds left. Southeast has a timeout left. Halstead has none from the 40-yard line. Here's Creed, back to pass again. Has some time. Now here comes the pressure. Creed retreats all the way back to the 50. Now comes around, throws it on the run down the left-hand side, and it's going to be picked off. Malachi Hopkins has it, and he's going to be ran out of bounds at the 10. A takeaway for the Trojan defense as Malachi Hopkins able to elevate and take that one away to end the half for Southeast of Saline. So Hopkins gets his first interception of the season, and he will send the Dragons to the halftime break scoreless. We're waiting the arrival of Coach Mitch Gebhardt down on the Salina Ortho sideline as Russ Castle will get his comments here, and then we'll take a short break. When we come back, we will talk cross country. We will also talk musical for Southeast of Saline. Russ?
Coach, 14-0 into the first half. Offense, once again, a little bit of a sluggish start, but defense just continuing what they've been doing all year.
Yeah, defense done a good job. We've gave up more yards rushing there than I'd like to, but we know they're big up front and everything else, but we got to get some things corrected.
What do you look different from your offense in the second half to try to keep this momentum going?
Well, we need the ball. When they have those drives that eat up a lot of that clock, it's just it's tough. We had the ball 3 times and scored twice. So I don't think we're too bad, but I still feel like we're a little herky-jerky on offense.
Good luck second half, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Devin.
Very good on the field. That's Mitch Gebhardt down with comments as he heads to the locker room to talk to the Southeast of Saline Trojans here at the break, and the score is 14-0. Southeast got all of those points in the second quarter. We'll take a break. When we come back on the Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report, we will talk good news about league cross country with Wade Castleman. We'll also talk Southeast of Saline musical with Carrie Boley. It's all coming up when we come back here on KINA.
Kickoff Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Kickoff Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Kickoff Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Kickoff Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at commercial tire centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
It's third down and 8 for the Trojans. They really need to make the right call here.
During the football game, it's crucial to make the right call. And in real estate, one call can bring a positive outcome from your real estate experience. Whether you're looking for real property, upsizing to make room for the family, downsizing, or acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson, Salina Homes.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap, stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Let's head back to the stadium for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at Steve Fritz Field on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School. Trojans leading Halstead at the break here at halftime, 14-0 on the football field. Winnell Garrettson is proud to bring you our interview every single time we get a chance with Wade Castleman as we talk Southeast of Saline cross country. Boy, Coach, league meet yesterday at Downs. Some pretty good results for your runners from Southeast of Saline.
It was a good day. It was really windy. There we go. It was a really good day yesterday at Downs. Lakeside puts on a nice meet. The kids responded well. We knew it was really windy that day or yesterday, and we talked about just tucking in behind people, not worrying about times and everything, and they did that, and their times still were pretty decent yesterday.
The running conditions, not ideal, right? I mean, there was so much wind, so much dust, and fall harvest and everything still going on in areas of the state, and that had to be a challenge in all of itself.
It really was, and that Lakeside golf course is out in the middle of nowhere. It's out in the country, and there aren't any very few trees around to block any wind and everything. But, the kids embraced it, and they just went out. They knew that, league titles were on the line, and we got to see Norton, who is a strong team in 3A on our girls' side, and so we wanted to, show them where we were, and we wanted to see where they were at as well.
Let's check the standings on the girls' side. Southeast of Saline, first place as a team, 39 points. Norton behind them with 67 points. Minneapolis, Ellsworth, Republic County, Sacred Heart, of course, all NCAA schools right there, rounding out the top 6. Tell me about your ladies. How'd they run yesterday?
You know, they did a really nice job. You know, our theme's kind of been packing together and everything. And, you know, as a coach, I still get a little nervous at the beginning, you know, when we're not right up at the front, but we're running even paces and you know, we just work our way forward towards the end of the races, you know, midway through, and they do a good job. They don't panic, and they just take care of business.
Some of the finishes for your guys have just really been impressive to me this year. They end up getting first, of course, as a team, 35 points. Closest team to them, Norton, 83 points. But when you look at the finishes in league racing, first, second, third, and 8th. You also have 12th, 13th, and 15th, and you were led by Jacob Bircher. How'd your guys do?
You know, they did a really good job. You know, I was looking back at the kids that ran yesterday, and only 2 of those guys on our top 7 ran at the state meet last year. So, you know, we're a very young team. And have some people that have really stepped up in some big roles. We've had some illness and some injury late this season, and had people step up big for us, and it's, I think, only going to make us stronger later in the postseason.
Always good to get to the top of the hill, the NCAA, and claim that you are the best in any given year. Coach, so far now for the girls, that is 6 in a row. For the boys, it is 8 in a row as this run continues on. Boy, just what a great performance. It's always good to add another league trophy to the case. What's next?
We have regionals next Saturday here on the campus of Southeast of Saline. The girls will run at 10, and the boys are scheduled to run at 10:40. And we're also hosting a 2A regional after that here at Southeast. So it'll be a busy weekend, but we're looking forward to it. You know, the goal is to be one of those top 3 teams so we can punch our ticket for Rimrock.
And always nice to be at home, isn't it?
It is definitely nice to be at home so we don't have to travel.
That's right. Well, we hope for better weather than what you had yesterday. I think fall is finally trying to work its way in. I don't know. It's just, you know, it's Kansas. So
it definitely is Kansas. We definitely could use some rain to, you know, make the course a little better, and I know the farmers would definitely be in favor of that.
Well, thank you for joining us. I'll ask you to hand your headset over here as we will continue on here with the Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report. And I have heard, I've had people tell me that there have been some students working hard on a musical coming up here. And as I was kind of talking to Doug Miniman here earlier, he told me it's the Addams Family, and what a great time of year to have that, huh?
It is fun. Yes, we have 52 kids working on this show, and we work during choir time, freshman choir and concert choir, and there's a lot of fun in the music and the whole storyline and getting them familiar with an old show that we watched when we were growing up, perhaps. So
yes,
it's a good time.
I can go with you on that one. So the Addams Family, to me, not only just in the month of October and having that on stage, but also just some iconic music in that play as well. I mean, to have that be as your musical, what a great choice. Are the kids in on that? Is it kind of a committee thing that you choose that, or how do you go about choosing what you're going to do?
Well, each year I kind of look at which kids we have coming up, you know, the junior and senior leadership, and who I think might pair well together and stuff. And I always kind of go through shows and get ideas and get excited about things and precast it in my head, who could do this and who could do that, and then, you know, find a couple of shows that might work and read through it, and it never ends up the way I precast it in my head.
Of course.
There's always kids that come along and surprise me, new kids that move into town and things like that, but it's always a great time listening to them do this and get excited about it, and they always surprise me.
I'm going to ask you a question, and not to single anybody out or diminish anybody's roles. I always ask the coaches this too. Who in this musical kind of surprised you a little bit, where they kind of came up and did something you didn't expect out of them as you get going in this thing?
Well, always the young kids, the sophomores that move up from freshman choir that move in. So we've got Cass and Clover, who's a sophomore, that will be a nice addition into that leadership role for sure. Micah Willis is a senior, and she's played kind of supporting roles multiple times, and it's great to have her. She plays Alice, which is Wednesday's boyfriend's mother, and it's a comedic role. It's a pretty good role. Ava Rupert is a junior, and she's going to make a wonderful Morticia. Wonderful. And then James Friesen, one of our football players. is going to be our Gomez, and he is quite great. And then we've got a senior who is the most stoic kid, and he is going to be a perfect lurch. So, and then the rest of the cast is also just a good time, talented, committed. They had a day off, and yet they were here for half the day doing rehearsals. So
that's the Southeast way, though, right?
That's right.
I mean, come in on your day off. So tell us when we can see it. Give us details on when and where and how people can take it in.
All right, the show dates are Thursday, November 16th, and then Saturday, because we will be playing football on Friday.
Yep.
And so then Saturday, so 14th and 16th, Thursday and Saturday. Tickets will be on sale. Students will have tickets probably that first week in November. Adult tickets are $10. Student and senior tickets are $5. Students will be selling them. So the cast members will have them, and we'll have in the school newsletter, there will be forms to fill out that they can mail into the school or drop off at the front office.
Very good. What a fun project to work on in the month of October. You can take it in November. Carrie, I want to thank you for joining us. Great to have you on and talk about Southeast of Saline's musical, The Addams Family, coming up. How about this football team, huh? They're pretty good, too, aren't they?
It's a great show. I love watching, and I get to see my cast members out there, too. It's a blast seeing them do all their things.
Well, thank you for your time. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
Back with more here at halftime. Got to talk cross country, also musical coming up. 14-0 is our score. Southeast of Saline leading Halstead here at the Kickoff Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report. More, we'll check stats from the first half and also scores from the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. It's all coming up when we come back. Trojans up by 2 touchdowns here on KINA.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina. Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at commercial tire centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9 in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Back here at halftime, brought to you by Kickoff Auto and Truck Accessories. Devin Haney along with Russ Kossel. As we are at halftime, 14-0, Southeast of Saline. Let's go over the first half numbers for you. Brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. So far, throwing the football here in the first half, Gannon Jacobson, 5 out of 7 throwing the football, 93 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. His main targets so far with the touchdown was Grady Gebhardt with a 40-yard screenplay. Tucker Thaxton, 2 catches, 24 yards. A catch for Malachi Hopkins, 10 yards. Caden Berrigan had a catch for a key first down of 6 yards. Rushing the football, 71 yards on 5 carries for Grady Gebhardt. 6 carries, 35 yards for Jacobson. 3 carries, 4 yards for Marion Holla. For Halstead, 5 of 9 passing for Braxton Creed, 52 yards and an interception. His main target so far, Joey Millspaw, 3 catches, 35 yards. Cohen Corona, 1 catch, 12 yards. Breeson Bigley, a catch for 5. Leading rusher so far. This has kind of been rushing by committee. 11 carries for Reese Carmichael, 39 yards. 7 carries by Millspath, 31 yards. Breeson Bigley, 3 carries, 25 yards. 17 yards for Braxton Creed. Final numbers of the first half. Southeast of Saline with 110 yards rushing. Halstead with 115. Southeast of Saline with 93 yards passing. Halstead with 52. Total offense, Southeast of Saline with 203 yards. Halstead with 167. We'll turn now, go to the Bennington State Bank scoreboard, Russ. A couple of interesting scores out there.
Yeah, there's a couple. Class 2A, we'll start there. What we thought would be a blowout is at halftime a one-score game. Hoisington 7, Larned nothing. Battle in the NCKL, you kind of touched on Wamego and Clay Center at the half, 7-6. Andover Salina Central tied at the half, 7-7.
Wow.
Hillsboro and Lions at the half. Hillsboro leads Lions 7-0. Ellsworth and Beloit, of course, next week's opponent for Southeast in Ellsworth is 7-6 in Ellsworth's favor at the half. Abilene up 19-0 on El Dorado. Heston 21, Riley County 0. You and I talked about this next score. The Silver Lake Osage City had the potential to, in 2A to be 2 of the top 5-10 teams in the state. It's shaping up that way. Silver Lake and Osage City tied at the half, 14-14.
Wow.
This may be a little of a surprise. Two-time defending champion in Class 2A, Nemaha Central, playing Royal Valley. It's only a 4-point game at the half, 20-16. That's what I have right now from the Bennington State Bank scoreboard.
I think what we've learned in the last week and a half is this district is very top-heavy with Southeast, Halstead, Ellsworth. And then you throw Beloit as a league player coming in now. They're playing Ellsworth. That's a close game as far as NCAA standings go. Some interesting scores there on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. I want to remind you the Gypsum Fall Festival is coming up just in time for it to cool off tonight and be a great day tomorrow. It is tomorrow, the Gypsum Fall Festival going on in downtown Gypsum. It is a full schedule of events on Gypsum Valley's Booster Club Facebook page. For a complete list of times and events, check that out. Don't forget there is a parade, of course, tons of food. Of course, Southeast of Saline participants from the schools taking part in there. Russ is getting all geared up. He's been training for the arm wrestling tournament. There's a motorcycle show, all kinds of good things. Gypsum Fall Festival. Coming up tomorrow, check the Facebook page of the Gypsum Valley Booster Club. 14-0, our score. Southeast of Saline with a couple of key drives. Seemed like they happened lightning quick, too. Russ, what'd you like about that first half, and what are your new image audio keys to success here as we get ready to start second half of play?
I think you got to have a fast start right here with the ball to start the third quarter. You had a pretty good drive put together on your first drive of the game in the first quarter. However, nullified by an interception thrown by Gannon Jacobson on whatever it was, a miscommunication or a bad throw. And on defense, you got to find a way to win on the early downs. Halstead just running the ball really at free will. Right now, at times, it seems, yes, they have no points on the board, but you touched on it. Sometimes we don't see Southeast defenses give up 167 yards in a game, and you gave that up at the half.
We didn't last week.
Did not last week.
This Halstead team, they're impressive. They're impressive. I think we came away last week, and the comment was made that, boy, Hillsboro would be a tough game to play in the playoffs first couple of rounds. This Halstead team, I don't know that you'd want to play them.
Yeah, they run the ball very effectively, and that offensive line is all it's chalked up to be.
Of course, Southeast still with some work to do here. They will get the football to start the second half. Tucker Thaxton back deep along with Canyon Douglas. The ball will go to Evan Watkins. He's going to turn around and pitch it to Canyon Douglas. Douglas looking for blockers at the 20, 25, 30. Nearly got away from a dragon, and he's drugged down at the 33-yard line. Southeast of Saline's offense will come out and start there. There is a flag, though, on the field.
Yeah, I think they might get Tucker Thaxton right there for a hold at about the 23, 24-yard line. So this will back them up 10 yards from that. They'll start inside their own 15-yard line for this drive, the worst field position that Southeast has had in this game.
It's the second time this season we've seen Evan Watkins field a kick and turn around and pitch it.
Hit 3 possessions in the first half for Southeast. We've seen them have 6, 7, 8 possessions, only 3. So if Halstead's going to limit you, you've got to capitalize on every possession.
They haven't had to punt yet. So they'll start at their own 13-yard line. Grady Gebhardt in the backfield. He is back there with Gannon Jacobson. The handoff goes to Gebhardt. Slide step to the right. as he comes forward across the 15. He'll be brought down at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 5 for Grady Gebhardt. Already 6 carries, 76 yards for Grady Gebhardt. Man, it's just good to see him back out there. You know, we were without Killian Vaughn. We were without Grady Gebhardt for a while. Both of them set out 2 games, and now both back out there. Here's the fake to Gebhardt. Jacobson rolling out to the left, has Thaxton, who elevates, catches it at the 30, then turns around and gets about 4 more yards out to the 34-yard line. Gain of 17 on the play.
Gannon took a absolute shot right there in the middle of the pocket. It looked like it might have been Joey Millspaw coming on a blitz on the outside as Southeast is already up at the line of scrimmage.
Ready to go again. First down yardage out to the 34. Here's the pitch out to Gebhardt, looking for a crease. Bounces off the first would-be tackler, and he's going to get 1 on the play. Just nothing working out there for Grady Gebhardt as he is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he tried to shake Breeson Bigley, and he did for just a second, but as Breeson went to the ground, he was able to grab a hold of both of Grady's ankles. Short gain right there on first down for Southeast.
Wind continues to blow in the press box as we have a full moon elevating over Steve Fritz Field here just outside of Gypsum on the campus of Southeast of Saline. Here's the fake to Gebhardt. Jacobson will take it the other way. Flag on the play. Jacobson stringing it out to the left. He'll end up on the Dragon sideline, and the flag lies in the middle of the field between the hash marks.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a hold once again on that far side for Southeast, and that's exactly what you're going to get. So penalties in these early downs will hurt you big time. So now you're going to have 2nd and 18 coming up right here.
So a first half of football where I think we only saw 2 flags in the whole first half. Now we've already had 2 here on Southeast of Saline to start out this second half. This flag down at the 35, it'll drive Southeast of Saline back to the 25 on a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, and see what Southeast can come up with here. You got 2nd and a long way to go. So playbook's still wide open here. Look for maybe a little delayed handoff to Grady up the middle.
Berrigan to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Jacobson, play action to Gebhardt. Now he wants to dance his way through the hole, and he will get not much, maybe a yard. His first carry of the second half. 36 yards so far for Gannon Jacobson.
Had 543 yards coming into tonight on the ground. Very effective with his arm and his legs. So we'll see what they can draw up here as got a long way to go here, 3rd and plus.
Now timeout.
The official
potentially here. Jacobson was looking over to the sideline. And now the trainer is going to come out here to attend to a Dragon that is down on the field between the 30 and 35-yard lines. So we'll take a timeout, check on the player. We'll be back with more. Just underway here, second half, Southeast of Saline, 14-0 over Halstead. 9:49 left in the third here on KINA.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojans sports program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Football on KINA.
Trainers from Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine out looking at the downed Halstead Dragon. Back up now and making his way to the sideline. It's Brock Odendahl, the junior. Plays both ways, offense and defense.
That game you talked about, an 8-man between Axtell and Hanover being a perennial powerhouse. Boy, that game's lopsided, 52-12 in Axtell's favor. I believe Axtell has the longest winning streak actively in the state of Kansas right now.
2 receivers to the right, Berrigan a solo to the left, 3rd and 17 at the 26-yard line. Jacobson standing tall in the pocket. Now he's going to scramble around, starts out to the left, comes back to the right, and he's going to throw this one out of bounds over the head of Tucker Thaxton. Jacobson decided to fight for another day on that one, and that was 3rd down. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Tucker might have been open a little bit earlier in that route, he kind of jumping on the sideline as he was open, but that would have been a tough throw for Gannon anyway to get that completed. Going into the wind, a little bit of a crosswind. When you're down there, it's coming out of the south, but it's almost like it's coming out of the southeast and blowing towards the southeast sideline.
Evan Watkins in punt formation for the first time tonight. He stands just inside his own 15-yard line. The ever-dangerous Noah Deal back for Halstead. The punt is in the air against the wind. Deal takes it at the 40. He's up to the 45, stutter step, and gets drugged down at the 50-yard line. Good coverage there by southeast of Saline. Deal looked like he might be able to break off some yardage there. And coming in on the coverage, making the tackle, is Kendall Miniman right at the 49.
Very good open field tackle by an offensive lineman. As you know, Kendall Minimum, not large in size, 200 pounds, but he moves pretty well and gets down the field.
So that'll bring Halstead's offense back out. Reese Carmichael, the lone setback, directly behind quarterback Braxton Creed. Creed had a pretty good first half. Did overthrow an open receiver there in the second quarter late as they were going into halftime. Boy, big collision by Gannon Jacobson coming up as he takes down Joey Millspaw. Limits Millspaw to a gain of 5.
And it's the big gains. I would call those big gains on first down. When you can get 5+ yards, and really Halstead is on first down, been doing a lot of damage, setting themselves up.
5-yard gain there brings up second down and 5. Halstead at the southeast 45-yard line. Inside handoff to Carmichael. He's into the second levels. He came stumbling through. Southeast of Saline's defensive line couldn't bring him down, and he's going to advance the football all the way down to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 12.
Yeah, now Halstead's going to go quick, but got to wrap up and bring him down on the first tackle.
Halstead ready to go at the 33. They go to Millspaw here on that quick little end-around play. He's inside the 25 to the 24. Gain of 10 almost.
Halstead knocking on the door of the red zone to get in. We've seen Halstead down here a few times tonight and unable to come away with points. If you're Halstead right now, this is a big, big possession in the third quarter. You have to somehow find a way. You force Southeast into their first punt of the game. You got to find out how to get points on the board.
They went from the 45 to the 24 in just 2 plays. Second down and 1. A receiver to the right, a receiver to the left. 2 slot backs. Carmichael in the backfield. They give it to Carmichael, and he hits a brick wall. Holy cow, that Southeast defense, led by Deacon Bear and Killian Vaughn, came storming in. Bryson Lippold also in there as well.
Yeah, they're going to give him a loss of 1 on that play as the defensive line anchored on that play by Brody Chambers in the middle, and Deacon Bear coming up free and making another big hit right there on a Halstead Dragon.
3rd and 2 from the 25. They go with the same set, though they bring 1 receiver in tight. Carmichael still your back. They fake it to him. Creed rolling out. Braxton Creed rises up and throws. Has a receiver, but they call it incomplete. It was too low as he was not able to hook up with Breeson Bigley. And it's incomplete.
And he was open, and Creed probably wants that throw back. He kind of threw it low and outside, and if you're Creed, you want that one back. And now you got a big 4th down here once again in about the same area of the field where Southeast will allow you to get, but not get any further.
4th down and 2. Halstead at the 25. See what Derek Reset and company draw up here. They're going to spread it out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, out wide. Carmichael, right hip of Creed in the shotgun. A dragon left early. No flag on the play. Creed's in trouble, and he's got to throw it away. Creed had no time as the timer went dead, and it's Brody Chambers throwing Creed down all the way back at the 40. The pass is incomplete, and there's a flag on the play. Should be grounding as that ball did not come back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and what a play by Brody Chambers, just annihilating the center, just running right through him and getting over. But you got to have intentional grounding here. As he did everything he could. Give Creed credit right there. When you got Brody bearing down on you and you're still able to get that ball out. And it is intentional grounding, so it will be a turnover on downs. But once again, a 4th down stop near the red zone for Southeast.
it seems whenever they need a play, they just kind of move Brody in the right spots, right?
Yeah, when you have versatility like Southeast has and you can rotate 4 or 5 guys anywhere on that defensive line, and really with the 3 that are out there, and Deacon Bear, Drew Weller, and Brody Chambers, I don't know if they run the same position more than 2 times in a row. They're switching around, going around everywhere, so Southeast will get the ball here at the 42-yard line.
That grounding penalty helped them out, and the pursuit from Brody Chambers. They will start out the 42-yard line. Southeast of Saline, first down and 10. They lead 14-0, 7:17 left to go here in the third. Grady Gebhardt counters it off the left-hand side, now cuts it back to the middle, has first down yardage across midfield, still carrying the pile to the 44-yard line, and now a flag comes in from the official, and we've seen this call, potentially, that's what we're thinking, now for the 3rd time in 3 weeks.
Yeah, and I don't know, it could be a number of things here. It could be a face mask, a horse collar, but we've seen the aiding penalty that you can push your guy, but they're looking to step it off. So, but good touch on that is the aiding call. You can push from behind, but you can't get in front of your runner and pull it. But it is going to be a face mask on Halstead, just a 5-yard type right there. But what an effort by Grady Gebhardt after contact, getting 12, 13 yards.
It's a 15-yard carry plus face mask yardage. That'll move Southeast of Saline to the 32 with a new set of downs. Here's the give. Gebhardt stretching it out to the right-hand side, takes on a couple of Dragons as he will be brought down at the 29 after a gain of 3.
Good outside leverage by Bryson Lippold and Caden Berrigan to set the edge for Grady to split them defenders up, where Grady just puts that right foot in the ground and turns it upfield for a gain of 8.
2nd down and 2 now after that gain of 8. Jacobson fakes it to Gebhardt. Thaxton on the stretch. Left-hand side. Boy, that door closed quickly. Coming in there like he was shot out of a cannon that time was Gage Meyer, the defensive end. And he's going to hold that play to no gain. 3rd down and 2 now from the 29.
And they're going to bring 3 wide receivers out here to the near side of the field as you view it, and Grady Gebhardt in the backfield.
Empty on the left side, trips on the right. Jacobson turns, all the skill players looking over here at the sideline. Here's Gebhardt, tries the right-hand side, takes on a Dragon, he has a first down. He needed 2, he got 3 on the point of attack, and unofficially on his 10th carry of the night, Grady Gebhardt goes over 100 yards.
Yeah, and Bigley came up to try to avoid that first down, and Grady just getting his pad level a little bit lower and able to get that first down.
First down and 10 for Southeast of Saline at the Halstead 26. Southeast leading it here 14-0. Here comes motion from left to right. It's Thaxton once again. They put it in his belly, and he's going to stretch his play to the 20, knocking on the door once again of the Can-Equip Red Zone. Brought to you by Case IH.
Helmet comes off of a Halstead player. Look like Logan Overton will have to go out for a play. I like what I'm seeing from these receivers, especially Caden Berrigan right now at blocking on the outside, allowing Southeast runners to turn that corner.
That's one thing Coach Gebhardt has told me about Berrigan. He loves the way that he blocks. Here's a little head and shoulder twitch there by Jacobson. He'll take it inside the 15-yard line. He'll be spotted down at the 14-yard line after a gain of 4.
You haven't picked up enough, or that'll bring up another first down here for Southeast with their 7th play of this drive getting ready to come up right now.
First down and 10 from the 14. In that red zone once again, 2 wide receivers to the left. They put it in the belly of Gebhardt, who bounces it to the outside. He's inside of the 10, now at the 9 after a gain of 4.
Offensive line, we haven't really talked about them much tonight, but you got one rusher over 100 yards unofficially right now, so your offensive line has to be doing something right. So a good job to those 5 young men up front anchoring this offense.
2nd down and 6. Jacobson fakes it to Gebhardt. Now he's going to cut it back up into the middle. He'll be inside of the 5 and then chopped down there after a gain of 5 yards. 4:20 left to go It's the 9th carry of the night for Gannon Jacobson. It's 3rd down and 2 for Southeast of Saline. They get another first down just outside of the 3-yard line.
I think you have to trust your offensive line here. Hand this ball off to Grady Gebhardt and let him get 2 shots to get the first down.
We'll call it 3rd and 1. Weller back in there at center. Jacobson takes the snap, gives it to Gebhardt. He's going to go head first to the pylon, and it's going to be chopped down just short. So 1st and goal now for Southeast of Saline, just short of the goal line at the 1.
You know, in his first full game back right now at Grady Gebhardt, as he just hits his 12th carry of the game, getting a lot of workload now here in this second half.
3:39 to play. Southeast of Saline going tight. Nobody split out wide. Jacobson in the belly of Gebhardt, and he's going to walk it in. Grady Gebhardt, for the second time tonight, visits the end zone. 3:31 left to go in the second quarter, and Southeast of Saline up 20-0.
Good, solid drive right there by Southeast. They were pinned, you know, got that aiding call by the intentional grounding that gave them a little better field position as they're going to line up now to go for 2.
2-point conversion attempt coming up. Trying to stretch it to the right-hand side. Jacobson slams on the brakes, works his way back to the middle, dives for the line, and he has it. And 2-point conversion once again as Southeast of Saline goes 2 out of 3 on point afters. And Southeast of Saline with another 8-point trip extends their lead to 22 with 3:31 left to go. Trojans 22, Dragons 0 here on KINA.
Available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back to Senior Night. It's presented by New Image Audio here on KINA and also SalinaPost.com with live stream video. Kind of getting chilly at night, Russ, and it makes you thankful that you have guys like New Image Audio. Take you right over to TC. You can put a remote start in there. Don't even have to carry the key fob, which I love. I hate keys. I hate stuff in my pockets. It just goes on an app on your phone. You can unlock, lock your car, start it up, let it run, get all nice and cozy. Visit New Image Audio for window tinting, remote starts, all the accessories that you need. Remote start is a good one with the winter coming up.
Great asset to have. Maybe I need to go visit TC.
Here's the kick. It's going to be popped up, and Halstead, very smart play there by Noah Deal. He lets this thing bounce right in front of him at his toe tips, and it goes out of bounds. So Halstead will have good field position here to start this next drive. Boy, so far, a few, not one, not two, 3 or 4 heartbreaking drives for Halstead as they have just knocked on the door of the red zone, but they haven't broke the 20-yard line yet. This Southeast defense has really done a nice job standing up and making plays when it needs to.
Yeah, right here for Southeast, maybe on these early downs, see if they can come up with a better play call by the defense out there to not allow Halstead to get those 5+ yards on first down to where they have to make them 2nd or 3rd down and 1, 4th down and 1 stops.
1st down and 10 for the Dragons at their own 35. Gebhardt not in there. He's getting his hand taped up over here on the training bench by Salina Regional's trainer from the sports medicine. Here's Braxton Creed. He springs out now. He's got some space. Following his blockers, he crosses the midfield line at the 50 and then brought down at the 46. Good drive there, or good play, I should say, of 19 yards by Braxton Creed.
Yeah, nobody more upset on that play than Brody Chambers. He had that play read out as Creed goes to the right, and when he turned back to the left, it was almost like Brody was too close and just got a move put on him, and that would have been a loss of about 4 yards. So a good job by Creed to shake Brody Chambers right there to bring up big gain to get first down.
That moves it across midfield to the 46-yard line for Halstead in Southeast of Saline territory once again. Creed drops the football, picks it up, though, as it took a great bounce for him. Now he's going to rip it down the middle of the field. It's going to be caught at the 36, and Gannon Jacobson right there to make the play, driving the receiver back to the 37. Caught on the play by Cohen Corona.
And you have to give credit right there to the offensive line of Halstead. Your quarterback drops the ball, it rolls forward, he goes back and gets it, takes still his 3-step drop and finds a receiver wide open.
9 yards on that play, 2nd down and 1. Millspaw in the backfield, he'll take the handoff. Had to get around a would-be tackler. Now he springs out, gets through everybody, and Joey Millspaw is going to house this carry. He got through all the levels of Southeast of Saline's defense, and Joey Millspaw has a touchdown run from 37 yards away.
And it's shades of that play right there that we've seen from Southeast. It's been better this second half of the season, but it's missed tackles. Everybody had a shot at him right there as he was, corralled right up there at the line of scrimmage. And that was just a simple run play right up the middle, and Millspaw doing a good job. And he's a great young man, great football player out there, and never gave up on the play as they're going to bring in for the extra point here.
Carlos Martinez has only missed 1 extra point all year, and he puts this one up and punches it through. So Halstead on the board for the first time tonight with 2:14 left to go in the third quarter. Southeast of Saline 22, Halstead 7. You're listening and watching with live stream video on SalinaPost.com, presented by the Bank of Tuscan.
It's something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for. Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Southeast of Saline Booster Club bringing you live coverage to help showcase exceptional student activities that build Purple Power. It is always a great day to be a Trojan. First score of the night for the Halstead Dragons. They get their dent finally into the scoreboard. That cuts Southeast of Saline's lead down to 15, 22-7 now the score.
Just a 3-play drive right there and 3 first downs for Halstead and able to break that free. So a little adjustment going to need to be made by Southeast. You got to tackle better.
And remember, a good starting spot, too. That was the 65-yard drive. They started at the 35 after that kickoff went out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's set up by Braxton Creed, evading tacklers and able to run that thing all the way from the right side of the field to the left side to set that scoring play up.
So Martinez stepping it off here, ready to kick it away. Back deep, Thaxton and Douglas. Martinez is going to kick it in the direction of Evan Watkins again. He'll field it at the 15, fake the pitch back now to Douglas, and here comes Evan Watkins. A flag on the play as Watkins is going to bring it all the way out past the 30-yard line, but I think we have to go back and revisit the laundry on the field. Southeast of Saline has had a couple of these on returns here in the second half, and it's going to be a block in the back once again on the Trojans.
Yeah, they might have got Levon Hopkins right there with that block in the back right at about the 20-yard line, so that'll probably be half the distance. So this drive will start well inside their own territory here.
Flag was placed down at the 20. That'll move them back to the 10. Remember, they started a drive also here in this half at the 13. Couldn't make anything out of it, had to punt. So we'll see what Gannon Jacobson and company can do here, starting with 90 yards in front of them.
2:05 left to go here in the third quarter.
Been a quick game, it seems like.
Yeah.
2 receivers to the right. Thaxton a loner to his left. Jacobson wants to roll that way. Gannon's going to rise up, throw, put it out to Tucker Thaxton, who's going to catch it for a gain of 12. That'll help get you out of the hole.
Thaxton ran a good route right there. He ran right into the defender. Defender went to turn to keep running, and he just planted that foot in the ground and came back. What a great ran route by Tucker Thaxton.
Out to the 22. First down for Southeast of Saline. Jacobson on the roll again, on the move, wanting to throw. Guess what? There's Tucker Thaxton. Man, he is a quarterback's dream, is he not? Out to the 38-yard line. Now a gain of 16.
Tucker may have ran about 40 yards right there as he was on the far side of the field outside the hash and just never gave up on the play, just kept that drag route across the middle running. Just give your quarterback a chance in an open spot.
69 yards on the night for Tucker Thaxton. 45 of those coming here in the second half already. Here's the fake to Douglas. Jacobson and Amarion Hollub get tied up on the handoff. That's Grady Gebhardt. And Gebhardt goes down. Southeast of Saline is going to lose 2 yards on this play.
Yeah, unfortunate break right there for Grady Gebhardt. Is that right side of that offensive line, and Brody Chambers as well as Kendall Miniman had that thing spread wide open for him to hit that hole.
That'll move Southeast to the 36, back a couple of yards. Second down and 12. Thaxton comes in, tight to the formation. Douglas fakes the handoff from Jacobson. Here's a ball up there by Jacobson, and Caden Berrigan comes back to it. Look at Tucker Thaxton cheering on his teammate. That thing either got deflected or hung up in the wind, and that was a Caden Berrigan special all the way down to the 35-yard line. Gain of 29.
And how about that for the smart insurance play of the game? Caden Berrigan coming over and just going, hey, I can go get it. I'll just go pick this thing out of the air. What a job by Caden Berrigan.
29 yards by KB, his second catch of the night. Here's Douglas now, banging his way down to the 25-yard line. Gain of 10 and another Southeast of Saline first down.
And once again, getting on the outside and just clearing a space, and Kenyon Douglas planting that foot in the ground, giving one little shimmy move right there at about the line of scrimmage to get enough yards for another Southeast first down.
First and 10, pistol formation. Gebhardt directly behind Jacobson. Dragons moving up front. Southeast pointed it out, but no stoppage in play. Here comes Douglas. They give it to Gebhardt, straight up the gut, a quick 5 yards, working on 6, and he's driven back after that.
Still takes 5 or 6 guys to bring Grady down, as we've seen that on the last drive where he ran, as that looks like that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Southeast of Saline with some momentum. The Trojans trying to assemble a drive once again as we are at the end of the third. Southeast of Saline 22, Halstead 7. Trojan Football on KINA is presented by the Bank of Tesket.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor is running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina. When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Third quarter, that's all Halstead put up their first points of the night, but now Southeast of Saline with some momentum of their own as they are once again into the Can-Equip Red Zone. Case IH and Can-Equip, their new facility, state-of-the-art, and it is just off I-70 at Solomon. From the 19-yard line, second down and 4. Give to Gebhardt, shakes off a Dragon, now cuts it back up inside, and he is going to be inside the 15-yard line with yet another Southeast of Saline first down.
And a very, very patient run by Grady Gebhardt right there. Put his foot in the ground, kind of waited, saw the hole, put that right foot in the ground, and got enough for a first down.
Gain of 5, gives him a $122 on the night, puts the football at the 13. First down and 10. Back to the pistol. Jacobson gives it to Gebhardt. He wants to come left. Puts a Dragon down on the ground there and then inside of the 10 as he lunges his way to the 7. Gain of 6.
Remember, this drive started way back at the Southeast Zone 10-yard line after that penalty on the kickoff, and this coming up will be the 8th play of the drive, so flipping the field very quickly is Southeast.
2nd down and 6.
9th play, excuse me.
Trip receivers to the right-hand side. They go back to Gebhardt. He's hitting the backfield, nearly got away, but then he's drugged down by Joey Millspaw from behind at the 11.
We've called Joey Millspaw's name a lot, not only on offense but on defense as well, as this young man doesn't miss very many snaps out on the field for Halstead.
Loss of 4 on that play puts Southeast of Saline back to the 10, where it's 3rd down and 8. 3 receivers again to the right-hand side. Thaxton by himself left, quick slant just out of the reach. That one really hot coming out of the right arm of Gannon Jacobson. Thaxton laid out, tried to bring it in, and he couldn't, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, and he had him too. That defender over there on the far side, Cohen Corona, was playing the outside, and Thaxton ran a beautiful route to get on the inside of the defender, and Gannon frozen rope to him just a little bit on the outside.
Got him with the jab step.
Yeah.
No inside help that time from Halstead. And that is going to bring us to a stoppage in play as Southeast of Saline will call a timeout. We'll step away once again. 10:28 left to go here in the game. 4th down for Southeast of Saline when we come back here on KINA.
Does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Stay tuned after the game tonight. We'll check in on the Chiefs, who are coming off of a bye week. They will go to the West Coast on Sunday, take on the 49ers. That's a 2 o'clock pregame on Sunday right here on KINA. Also, at 10 o'clock, a full hour of scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas. The high school football scoreboard show brought to you by Kansas Information Network. Eric Peterson will walk you around the state for a full hour from 10 until 11 o'clock. That's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital. 3 wide receivers and Grady Gebhardt on the right-hand side. Jacobson drops back, 4th down and 8. Puts it out to the left. It's going to be Evan Watkins on senior night. Evan into the end zone on the delivery from Jacobson, and a touchdown from Southeast of Saline, 12 yards out.
And just Evan Watkins' 3rd touchdown on the year, but what a beautiful play call. Run everybody to the right. Evan Watkins just squeaks right down the line of scrimmage and was wide open over there. A good, responsive drive. 11 plays going 90 yards on that drive for Southeast.
Timeout pays off for Southeast of Saline, now going for 2. Traditional formation. Gannon Jacobson rolling out to the right. Now he comes back to the left. It's a throwback to a wide open Tucker Thaxton. How do you lose him on that route? Somehow Halstead did. 8 points on the board. Southeast of Saline back out by a big 23-point margin, their biggest lead of the game. 10:21 left to go. It's 30-7. Southeast of Saline here on KINA.
Absolute best time for the experts at Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
What a great play design there for Southeast of Saline's offense. As you said, Russ, flood the right-hand side. Leak Evan Watkins out to the left-hand side, and Jacobson just kind of floated it out there. Evan did the rest, 12 yards out, and a touchdown for Jacobson. It's the 2nd passing touchdown of the night. Evan Watkins' first catch. Southeast of Saline's touchdown.
And a good response to a touchdown you just gave up.
Here's Hopkins. He's going to kick a sidewinder that's going to end up on the track off the bounce on the sideline. And Halstead's going to get good field position once again as they start out at their own 35. It's 2nd time they've been able to do that off of a kick out of bounds tonight.
See if Southeast can come out here after going 90 yards in 11 plays and giving their defense a little bit of a break, which most of these guys go both ways, but defense being much more tough on your body. So let's see if the defensive line now can kind of stand up and stop this run game for Halstead.
Braxton Creed has his offense out there. He's going to keep it. Tries to string it out to the left. Now he's in trouble. He's dodging bullets, and he cannot get away from all of them as he's finally dropped down. Bryson Lippold, one of the guys in there for Southeast of Saline. Also Canyon Douglas in there for Southeast as well. And they're going to take him back and drop him for a 5-yard loss.
And it's the win on first down that have not seen from this Trojan defense all night. And right there, you're setting up Halstead now with 2nd and 15. Good stand right there on first down.
Safety Jacobson was up near the line of scrimmage on that one too, making an impact. Now the ball on the turf. Southeast saying they have it, and they do. Trojans with a takeaway as they recover a fumble. Back near the 30-yard line. That was dropped on the quarterback center exchange.
Yeah, I think Brody Chambers may have been the one to fall on that football right there, but Creed never really had a handle on it. They had a good push right off the snap, and Creed didn't even have a chance to go back and try to find the football. So getting that turnover back that you had on your first drive of the game here in the fourth quarter.
If you're in Halstead, you're in trouble now, right? I mean, we've seen this many times. You just gave up a touchdown. Give the football back to Southeast of Saline with a short field from the 30. Southeast of Saline with 4 wide receivers. Jacobson wants to roll to the left. Has the football waist high. Now he's going to square his shoulder. He's going to throw to the end zone. Jump ball in the back of the end zone. Thaxton extended one arm out there. He's trying to keep his feet in bounds, but that thing was cooked out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And you can't be upset about that throw. You want to throw it to the back. It was well covered by Halstead on that back side, but throw it to where your guy may have a shot or let it get out of the back of the end zone to avoid that turnover.
Yeah, here's the deal. It's first down, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to turn the ball over on first down. You still have a couple more downs to make hay here. If you're going to take a shot on first down, that's fine. You don't turn it over.
Yeah, and maybe let the ball get out of his hands a little earlier to allow Thaxton maybe more room to try to make a play on it.
2nd down and 10. Pitch out left-hand side. Gebhardt blocks forming out in front. Gebhardt to the 25. Now Stutter steps his way to the outside, and he is right at the doorstep once again of the Case IH red zone.
I'm going to mark him about 2 yards short here, but a good pickup of 8 on 2nd down.
Grady Gebhardt, 18 carries. Unofficially, 132 yards on his return.
It doesn't look like he's missed a beat out there either on that first carry where he really broke it. Looked 100%. It's good to see him back.
2 receivers to the right. Thaxton's in the slot. Jacobson's going to fake it to Gebhardt. Gannon keeps it, dancing around. Now he drops the football, but it's at the end of the play. It was already over, and they're going to spot Gannon Jacobson down at the 15-yard line. Gain of 7 on that play and a first down as Southeast of Saline moves it into the red zone.
Yeah, moved into the Can-Equip red zone. Case IH have to capitalize here now. You got the turnover. Set yourself up, good field position. 8:50 to go here in the fourth quarter.
First down and 10. 2 receivers right-hand side. Jacobson comes back left. Malachi Hopkins at the 10. Dances around the tackler, and he's going to score. Malachi Hopkins put on a move as he was isolated one-on-one, and almost at the same time of the ball coming into the breadbasket, Hopkins slid out to the inside and was able to go around the defensive back and go into the end zone.
Yeah, that was going to be about a 6-yard gain, and then just a little shake, spin off, outrun your guy. Malachi Hopkins with his first touchdown of the year.
2 catches for him tonight, 25 yards, and now a tutty.
He only had 3 catches coming into tonight.
Yes, sir.
Now we're going to see the swinging gate for the first time for Southeast.
Jacobson sprint out right-hand side as Bryson Lippold out there blocking. Now Lippold loses his block. Jacobson puts on a spin move, and he gets in anyway. Boy, Lippold and Jacobson isolated out there with one Halstead Dragon, and they were able to play that one perfectly and get another 2-point conversion. 8:38 left to go here. Southeast of Saline taking control. The Trojans lead at 38-7 as you listen and watch Trojan Football presented by the Bank of Tesket.
It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
In the trenches and on the ground, that's where the game is won. Isaacson Truck Line is a proud supporter of the southeast of Saline Trojans. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truck Line, reminding you to have a safe Friday night on the roads. Wreak havoc, Trojans.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Another touchdown, another 2-point conversion for southeast of Saline. Trojans now up 38-7, looking to secure another win, move on and get another 21-point spread, right? That's the key in district play right now as they continue to lead District 6 with one regular season game waiting next week in Ellsworth against the Bearcats.
And we'll check some scores on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard after this kickoff.
Here's Malachi Hopkins, another bullet. He's going to put this one over the head now of the Halstead returners. And this one's going to go through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And I think you're okay with that right there. Some updates at the end of the third quarter, maybe a little bit of a surprise that this game is this close. Hillsboro 13, Lions nothing. Abilene up 32-0 on El Dorado, and probably the best 2A game in the state. Still a barn burner. Into 3, Silver Lake and Osage City tied at 21.
Those are going to be two teams in the East that are going to be contenders. That whole district is loaded up. Good Lord.
Yeah, everything out in the East is going to be well earned to get that top seed.
First down and 10 for Halstead after the touchback. And movement up front. That will drive the Dragons back 5. Starting point will be at the 15. Oh, they call that on Southeast.
So
the Southeast defenders.
I think they're calling maybe a delay a game on defense right there. And the only way you're going to get that is, I know their linebackers are barking out signals like shift for when the defensive line needs to do that. But that's the first time we've seen that flagged, and this is game 7.
So that'll put Halstead out to the 25. First down and 5. Halstead going tight this time. Nobody extended out as a wide receiver to the sideline. Creed wants to throw. Has a receiver on the left-hand side. It's broken up at the last minute as Amarion Holub and also Malachi Hopkins got there. Holub came over and knocked that one out of the way, it looked like.
Yeah, and I think Hopkins might have had a chance to pick that one off.
Yeah.
Might have Marion come over, and you're taught as a defensive guy to go bat that ball down. So no harm, no foul. Bring up second down and 5 for Halstead.
I think you're right on that one. Thaxton. A corner over here on the left. Couple of runs here to the 30. And it's going to be close to a Halstead first down.
Now they're going to give them a first down on that carry right there. Southeast now, you're ticking down just about 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. You got to keep them. That plus 21 is looming large right now.
First down for the Dragons out to the 30-yard line. Here's the give inside. It's going to be taken by Millspaw, and he is going to be knocked down at the 34. It's a gain of 4. He's had a nice night tonight. 11 carries, 86 yards, touchdown for Joey Millspaw.
They're not going to be able to just keep running the ball and chewing this clock out here as we're now nearing the 7.5-minute mark to go, and Halstead being down 31 points.
Second down and 6 for the Dragons. Creed back to pass. Back shoulder throw to Millspaw. He brings it out across the 40 to the 41-yard line on a quick gain of 7. Nice throw that time by Braxton Creed. Probably even a better catch by Joey Millspaw.
Yeah, because that thing came out in a hurry as Millspaw came open right after the line of scrimmage. You got just enough there to bring up first down. If you're Halstead, you're going to have to look to probably keep throwing the ball here, and you're not going to be able to chew a bunch of this clock up if you want to have a chance to try to make this game manageable.
First down from their own 41. Here's Creed. He gets out in the open. Couple of Southeast players chasing him. Now he's going to go down the left-hand sideline, and he's brought down, but not until he gets into the red zone for the first time tonight. Thaxton and Hollub chasing, and they're going to run him out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line. It's a 39-yard carry by Braxton Creed.
Yeah, and Braxton Creed really been the workhorse tonight for Halstead.
Halstead wanting to go quick here. First down just outside of the 20. They turn, they give it to Reese Carmichael, and he's going to plunge ahead for a gain of a yard. First time in the red zone tonight for Halstead.
Yeah, they've been able to get close within, 3 to 5 yards of the red zone and have not been able to do anything with it outside of the red zone. Now we'll see if Southeast defense can come up with a stand as Halstead driving down the field here about midway through the fourth quarter.
Second down and 9. Again, keeping it tight. Receivers and wingbacks all in. Now Millspaw will go from left slot to the backfield. Play action to him. Creed wants to let it throw, and it could have been intercepted, but there it is again. We saw this last week. Killian Vaughn had the right read, had his hands on it, but one of those hands all bundled up in a big old cast right now.
Yeah, he had one hand on it, and the other one, the cast, that hit him right, almost right face mask high, and with two hands, he probably brings that one down. Nonetheless, now a long third down here for Halstead at 3rd and 9. Got to come up with some 2 plays right here. You got to give your best effort on these 2 plays.
Again, tight, but they are flaring a couple receivers out towards the hash marks. Millspaw in there on the motion. They're going to slip a screen to Carmichael. Carmichael working his way towards the first down sticks, but he's going to be short, and that'll bring up 4th down. Reese Carmichael, that was a nice little design play there.
And it almost didn't have time to get set up because Brody Chambers was the man left unblocked, and he was almost in the backfield before Creed could even get his hands on that ball to throw it.
4 yards to Carmichael that time. 4th down and 3 for Halstead at the 14-yard line. Braxton Creed throws it. It goes through a receiver's hands and then caught on the back end at about the 5-yard line. Boy, that went through the first receiver's hands, and I think it ended up anyway where it should have been or where the intended receiver was, and that was Cohen Corona. Yep. So just inside of the 5, that's a gain of 9.
Yeah, that's a right place, right time kind of thing for Corona to bring that one down.
3 catches for Corona for 30 yards. They're going to try to run it off the right-hand side. This is Millspaw, and he's going to have no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and goal from the 4.
Yeah, he might have got a long half yard right there as the sticks didn't move very much at all. But Southeast right here now, you got to come stand up, and you got 3 plays here to keep them out of the end zone.
4:48 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Carmichael, the lone setback. Couple misdirection looks. Creed retreating, going to the back of the end zone, and there is a wide open receiver, but a flag on the play. The reception was made by Deal in the backfield, but there was a flag as 2 Halstead linemen were downfield.
Yeah, one guy had Deacon Bear past the goal line, so you know you're past that realm right there, so it's going to come back. As I don't think that was a pass play as he kind of rolled out, and Creed had nowhere to go, so he just dropped back to throw it.
Ended up being a pass play, but yeah, that's when you do that, you're going to catch some guys that are in different spots where you don't expect them to be. It's going to back him up to the 8-yard line.
And the back judge threw the flag and didn't throw it very far, and it almost landed on a Halstead offensive lineman. So now if you're Southeast, you got a little more breathing room here, but you have to stay disciplined in that A and B gap.
2nd down and goal from the 8 as Halstead backed up after the penalty. 2 wide receivers out to the left-hand side. Creed wants to go that way. Quick slant, it's going to be caught by Deal. Nice catch there by Noah Deal, and it's for 8 yards. And a touchdown here once again for the Dragons.
And that slant route for Halstead has been there every time they've ran it. Just coverage dropping back, and that middle of the field comes open. So now you're sitting at 38-13 with 4:32 left to go, and keep them out for this 2-point conversion, and then look for a possible onside kick when Halstead comes out.
So Braxton Creed to Noah Deal. 8 yards away. Halstead going for 2 instead of the extra point kick, and Braxton Creed is going to take it in. So it's an 8-point trip for Halstead as they're able to get the 2-point conversion, and they pull closer to Southeast of Saline, now 38-15. 4:32 left to go. Back with more Southeast of Saline football after this.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Nice little drive there by the Halstead Dragons as they are able to put up their second score of the night. Braxton Creed to Noah Deal, 8 yards away. They overcame a couple of penalties there. Creed also on the 2-point conversion run as well. 38-15 now our score. That was an 11-play drive, by the way, for the Dragons.
Yeah, got a couple penalties, able to get out of it. And now it looks like Halstead is going to line up, or appear to line up for an onside kick.
Yeah, why not? Carlos Martinez, a gifted kicker in the scoring aspect, Southeast of Saline. It's good to see them get some work on this. They haven't seen this yet this year. Everybody bunching into the left. Martinez is going to trickle it out there, and right as it goes almost exactly 10 yards, a Halstead player and a Southeast of Saline player go down after, and I think it's going to be illegal touching on Halstead because, as I said, it went almost 10 yards.
Yeah, key word there, almost. So we'll see who comes up with the ball here. If it is Southeast does have the ball, you just decline the penalty and take it right there, or it'll be a 5-yard.
Yeah, and there really isn't any judgment call here. I mean, it's got to clearly go past the line. I mean, you can't come in and say it was on the line or touching the line or anything like that. I mean, it's got to be 10 yards.
And I'm not sure. There may be more going on over there. There's a couple players still down on the field.
Yeah, there was a couple of guys coming in with their heads down. They're unpiling them now. The Salina Regional trainer, boy, he is on it. He wasn't waiting to see if it was a bad deal or not. He was already over there. It's so nice to have those guys from Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine on the scene whenever Southeast of Saline is on the field.
And they are going to have illegal touching, and it'll be first down. Southeast will retain the ball. Good to see everybody really, get up from that. Them onside kicks, it is a large collision that goes on over there with, 8-10 different guys, and friendly fire always seems to happen in those situations. You see it all the time, but good to see everybody get up and come away with that. Now Southeast will take over on the Halstead 49-yard line.
So Southeast will take over in enemy territory. Killian Vaughn back out there to play center for Southeast of Saline as they continue to work some people around. Also out there with him, Ian Nicholson. Landon Albright also out there. Gannon Jacobson at quarterback. Looks like he has a Marion Hollop this time in the backfield with him. Tucker Thaxton out to the left. First down and 10 from the Halstead 49-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the left. They're going to pitch out. Hollop wants to come this way, and he's going to be chopped down. What a play. That time by Cohen Corona for the Halstead defense as he takes the legs out from underneath Marion Hollop for a 4-yard loss.
And we've seen Southeast, throughout the years have success with their speed on those outside plays, but it hasn't been there at all tonight. We saw Marion on that first drive. He got cut down for a couple losses on that same stretch play to the far side of the field.
So that'll take him back to the 48 on the other side of the field. Second down and 13. Heavy on the left once again. They go back to Holub, and he is once again tripped up by the shoelaces, but a flag comes in from the linebacker level.
And I think you're going to have a hold here somewhere on the middle of that line. That's exactly what they call. So you'll now have 2nd down and 23 coming up.
Deacon Bear promptly in for Southeast of Saline to take his spot back on the offensive line.
Garrett Kuhn coming out. Brody Chambers coming back in. They may decline the penalty here to bring up 3rd down.
They will. So Derek Reset declining the penalty, and then he's going to call a timeout. We'll take it as well. Southeast of Saline with the football and the lead. 3:40 left to go. It's Trojans 38, Halstead 15. Southeast of Saline football brought to you by the Bank of Tuscan.
Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
3rd and 13 for Southeast of Saline. Football sitting on the 49-yard line. So they have a big play here. 3rd down. Football sitting at midfield. Snap back to Jacobson. Fakes it to Holub. Now he's going to roll out to Berrigan, and Caden Berrigan out there trying to get around a Halstead Dragon. Reese Carmichael looked like he was in there on coverage that time. Excuse me, that was not Carmichael. That was somebody else. That was Kingston Hack, it looks like.
Yeah,
in there on coverage.
And Caden had that. Ran a good route. Gannon put it right on him. And it looks like Southeast may be lining up to go for it here.
4th down and 13. They need to get to the 39 to keep this going. 3 wide receivers to the right, Thaxton and Solo to the left. Wind at the back of Gannon Jacobson, who now backs up. He's going to take a quick kick opportunity here and pop this kick straight up. It's going to take a good Southeast of Saline bounce now inside the 10 and approaching the 5 almost. And that's going to pay off on the call for Southeast of Saline, as they're going to pin Halstead back around the 7-yard line as the Dragons come out with 3:22 left to play here in the final quarter.
Good flip of field position right there. The right call, obviously, to punt that ball away. Being up 23 points, 3:22 left, and now Halstead's got to drive the whole length of the field pretty much to try to get another score on the board.
From the 6-yard line. Halstead another drive here. Southeast of Saline's defensive line shifts. Creed back to pass. Throws it down the left-hand side. That ball up for grabs as he was looking for Noah Deal, and Hopkins will knock it down at the 35-yard line. Incomplete.
Yeah,
5 of 9 throwing the football here in the second half for Braxton Creed.
And Malachi was with him step for step right there. Waited till the ball got there, didn't go through him, just kind of went around him and knocked that ball out. Textbook defense from Malachi Hopkins right there on that pass defense.
2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Couple of receivers, one on each side, spreading out wide. Creed hands it off inside to Carmichael. He was hit initially, but then just kind of kept his feet moving. He laid down on top of a Southeast defender and then surged forward. Grady Gebhardt in there to make the tackle for Southeast of Saline. Gain of 3.
Yeah, did a good job of keeping his feet moving. Grady came in and, laid the hit right there about thigh high and didn't chop him down enough as Carmichael kept his feet going and got positive yards on that play.
3rd down and 7 from the 10-yard line for Halstead. 2 receivers off to the right, 2 now off to the left. Creed in the shotgun, Looking left, now he's going to come back to the middle of the field, and Grady Gebhardt in there making the play. He unloaded it off quickly on a crossing route to Millspaw, who had a head of steam about him, but Gebhardt there to chop him down.
Great open field tackle by Grady. Held it there to prevent the first down.
Yeah, held it to a gain of 5.
Yeah, Millspaw with a head of steam like that, he can break those, so good open field tackle.
4th down now, and a little shorter than 2. Creed keeps it himself, and Braxton Creed out on the edge. They're going to have to run him out of bounds at about the 20-yard line as he's able to pick up 4 on that play.
Yeah, and Carmichael took an absolute shot from Brody Chambers, and Creed doing a good job pulling that thing out and getting it around for a first down as Evan Watkins going to check in for Killian Vaughn here on defense.
Inside 2 minutes left to play. Stay with us in postgame. We'll talk to head coach Mitch Gebhardt. We'll have final numbers for you and a quick check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. First down and 10 for Halstead. Football sitting at the 20-yard line. Braxton Creed back to pass. Hit as he throws. And it's going to be up for grabs. Flag on the play downfield between the 45 and 50.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to get pass interference here, but there was 4 purple jerseys and 1 white jersey in the area, so probably not going to be completed anyway, but nonetheless, you're going to get a free first down here for Halstead.
Like a heck of a jump ball to me. Mitch Gebhardt not happy with the call, as that ball just hung up in the air. So Halstead's going to get a first down and bring the line of scrimmage out to the 35-yard line from the 20, 15 yards. Coach Gebhardt continues to stalk the back judge.
I think he's not a side judge tonight.
From the 35, Halstead again, 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Braxton Creed wants to throw. Comes over to the right-hand side. That one broken up by Kenyon Douglas. He was looking for Cohen Corona once again. Kenyon Douglas in there to break it up, incomplete.
Corona got that in both hands, and then Kenyon came in and just kind of punched that thing out with his left arm. So a good defensive play right there by Kenyon Douglas.
Brings up second down and 10. 1:35 left to go on the clock. Southeast of Saline leading 38-15, trying to put this one to bed here. Get a big drive here at the end. You don't want to give up any points. A couple of misdirection handoffs there, and then it's wrecked. Brody Chambers came to the party, and he brought Bryson Lippold with him. Those 2 were the top 2 tacklers in last week's game. They've continued to play well here in this game.
Yeah, they read that perfectly over there. A little fake sweep to the near side of the field, and Creed kind of turns around and got a whole lot of 75 and 48 right in his face right there.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 after no gain on the play. Here comes Millspaw in motion. He's going to get a running start. Grady Gebhardt has this one bounce off his chest. It's incomplete, broken up by Gebhardt. He dropped off into coverage, read that one really, really well.
Yeah, and that was a laser coming out of Creed's hand right there, and I'm not sure where he was going with it. It was very well covered. Pretty good coverage tonight by Southeast secondary. We've seen them struggle in the past, but tonight I think when Halstead did throw the ball, they did a pretty good job overall.
4th down coming up for the Dragons from the 35-yard line. Braxton Creed out of the shotgun, down the middle of the field. Has a couple of receivers there. Nobody can make the catch, and it's going to be a turnover on the downs, and Southeast of Saline will come out on offense. So a good stand there by the Trojan defense. Once again, as they are able to get off the field and get some offensive players back onto the field. First down for Southeast of Saline at the 35. Looks like they're just going to take a knee here and run this one out. Clock under a minute. They'll have to do it one more time. So good outing here. This is a good Halstead team. I think probably a carbon copy of what was saw last week and this week. And that is a team with a losing record who is a lot better than what their record shows, I think. Hillsboro was that way last week, and Halstead is that way again here this week. The Southeast of Saline gets the victory 38-15. When we come back, we'll unpack it all for you. We'll have comments from head coach Mitch Gebhardt. We'll go over final numbers for you. And we will also take a quick check of the Bennington State Bank scoreboard here in postgame. It's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after a Trojan victory, 38-15, Southeast of Saline. Now 7-0 on the season, and you heard it right here on KINA.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours. Serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe. Here for you since 1884.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Time for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA Sports. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Football on KINA.
Back here in postgame, it's brought to you by the Commercial Tire Centers as they take you home to another Trojan victory. 7-0 now on the season for Southeast of Saline, as they now will turn their attention to the regular season finale. And for the second consecutive year, that will be in Ellsworth. A little bit different temperature, though, than what we've had over the last 2 years. Ellsworth coming in here 2 years ago, then us going to Ellsworth last year. And that was both teams were undefeated, right? Both teams coming into that game. It's week number 8, 7-0, district title, league title on the line. And I don't know that that will be the case this year as finals start to roll in. We'll see how Ellsworth did against Beloit. One Saline County score I do want to pass along to you on the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Sacred Heart gets their second win in a row. They were able to defeat Harrington tonight, 22-16. So we'll have more scores for you here on postgame. And, of course, the high school football scoreboard show coming up here on KINA from 10 until 11 o'clock of this evening, a full hour of scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas.
Yeah, and early report I got down here on the field was Phillipsburg was all over Norton. They were up 31-7, somewhere in that nature, a almost three-score game in the fourth quarter.
Remember what I told you Saturday morning?
I do remember.
That's a rivalry game, and you can't ever count those out. Of course, people with Southeast have had their eye on Norton because they are contending for the number 1 seed in the West. So we will see how that turns out on the scoreboard show tonight as well with Eric Peterson along the Kansas Information Network. Final numbers being assembled right now as we await the comments of head coach Mitch Gebhardt. Russ down on the Salina Ortho sidelines and in the middle of the field hunting down Coach Gebb right now to see what his thoughts are. And getting some hugs from his boys. And, of course, the older brothers are out there evaluating Grady's night as he returns back to the lineup. Here is Coach with Russ.
Coach, good win, big win. You get the plus 21 in district play, but I probably messed up last week. Let's start this week. That Halstead Dragon team's a good football team.
They're a good football team. We knew that watching film on them, we knew the guys that they had coming back. Their coach is doing an excellent job, and they're always going to be physical and they're going to be big. And they played well tonight, and we had to battle, and we had to fight, and we had to claw for everything that we got.
Yeah, defensively, we'll start there. Played very good all night long, keeping them out of the end zone. You know, they had drives. They only got in the red zone maybe one time tonight. You're able to keep them back that far. They're able to get a couple scores on the board, but talk about overall your defensive performance.
Well, they did a good job of blocking some guys. I mean, they had a lot of runs of 4 or 5 yards or more at different times, you know, and we've got to be a little tougher inside there. We can't allow a team to do that, no matter how big they are or whatever it is. So, we've got to continue to improve. But I do think our defense rallied, you know, and obviously they kept them out of the end zone most of the time.
Offensive side of the ball, it was good to see Grady get back on the field, and really did miss a beat from where he went off from when he got injured. But the runs opening up, the offensive line really outmanned them on the offensive line side of the ball this game.
Yeah, I thought our guys did a good job up front, and it's a continual process with them. At the beginning of the year, that was kind of one of our question marks, but I don't believe that's the fact anymore. I think those guys do a good job. We rotate a lot of guys, trying to keep people fresh, and I felt like Gannon was clean most of the time tonight and could stand tall in the pocket and look around and try to find somebody.
Well, more importantly, you go 1-0 this week, finish off the regular season, last game of districts next week at Ellsworth. There's somebody standing right over there that I think wants to talk to you more than I do. So good luck next week. We'll talk to you.
All right, thank you.
Devin.
Thank you very much, Russ. On the field with head coach Mitch Gebhardt. Final comments after a big Trojan win here tonight at home, 38-15. Let's go over final numbers for you. Let's first look at Southeast of Saline. Gannon Jacobson tonight, 10 of 15 throwing the football. He ends up with 165 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He kind of spread the ball around tonight. As you look at some of his leading receivers, of course, Tucker Thaxton, one of the leaders, 5 catches, 69 yards for Tucker Thaxton. Did not find the end zone tonight, but 2 other guys did find the end zone. Malachi Hopkins, 2 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown for him. Caden Berrigan, 2 catches, 35 yards. Evan Watkins had a 12-yard touchdown on 1 catch, and Grady Gebhardt had a 40-yard touchdown on 1 catch. Rushing the football, Gebhardt also at the top of the list, 18 carries, a touchdown, and 132 yards unofficially for Grady Gebhardt upon his return. Gannon Jacobson, 10 carries, 52 yards, 10 yards on 1 carry for Canyon Douglas, and 2 yards, Tucker Thaxton, 6 carries for him. For the Halstead Dragons tonight, not bad numbers really offensively, going against this very stingy Southeast of